When we were looking for a streaming platform, we were looking for something reliable.
WebSportsRadio.com, in association with KBFL, proudly presents.
Across the line to Kovacic. Kovacic, the leading scorer for Missouri State. Drive, score! And guess who gets that goal? The guy that we are going to talk to in the second period intermission, Carson Warnig.
Isn't that the way it usually goes?
Carson Warnig with a nice blast through some traffic, and Missouri State has a 1-0 lead.
You know, that would sound really egotistical if it wasn't so true. It happens more often than not. I can't figure it out.
Missouri State University Ice Hockey.
2-on-1. Here's Saunders with Lounder. To Lounder, he shoots, he scores! I'm going to do it, Dan. I'm going to interview every Ice Bears player. The two we interviewed today have scored goals. And Chad Lounder gets his first goal with Missouri State this season.
With the call, here's Dan Lee and Steve Casson.
And live from MediaCom Ice Park and the Stan Melton Ice Rink, it is the 2018-19 season of Missouri State hockey. And Dan, since we've last talked, a lot of firsts. It's going to be the first hockey season for the Maryville University Saints.
Yep.
I got a new car. You can't answer questions about things that you can't talk about that nobody needs to know.
Right.
And Missouri State is now at season number 18.
Yes, and we're at season number 14. Can you believe that? We've been broadcasting Missouri State University hockey for, this will be our 14th season already. And, you know, I keep trying to get a replacement for you, and it's not working out.
Well, you wouldn't know how to run the equipment, so.
I know. That's why I can't find the right replacement right now. But it's good to see you again, old friend, and we got some more hockey action. I'm kind of not used to being here this early in the season. Usually I am working at my other job. But, hey, I get to see more hockey this year. And
you do. Well, glad to have you back. Also glad to have Alex Somm back doing camera work for us. I guess he and Alex Harmon will also be doing camera work, and anybody else that we can find along the way to do some great work for us this season. The way we always do it. That is the way we do. But the Maryville University Saints, a brand new hockey team. Their head coach, John Hogan, who we'll talk to in the first period intermission. John's no stranger to ACHA hockey. He was a Division I assistant coach with Arizona. He decided to move back to his hometown of St. Louis, and now he is the head coach of the University of Maryville, or Maryville University Saints, along with a guy that we've known for several years. He's their assistant coach, their goalie coach, their go-to guy as far as recruiting goes. Jeff Crenshaw is now on the staff. So, and we'll talk to Jeff second period intermission and ask, you know, do you guys kind of change, or not really change, but talk about things based on what you know about Missouri State, and how do you think it's going to go? But for both of these two teams, it's going to be a little different, because literally teams were picked just 5 to 6 days ago, and now we're already playing games, and I'm sure a lot of the guys would like to have a little bit more ice time under their belt, especially the guys that didn't play much until after last season's national appearance for Missouri State. And then you have a group of 18 freshmen for Maryville University, 1 sophomore and 2 juniors, who have gotten thrown together, so to speak, and now they have to figure out how they're going to play for head coach John Hogan. But you know, it's more of a learning process for everybody at this point, because they're all on equal footing.
Oh, absolutely. And anytime you start up a fledgling program like that, you've got your hands full on whatever level you decide to compete on. And I got to admire Coach Hogan's bravery going after a D1 opponent right off the bat with an D2 team. So you got to admire that kind of bravery and resolve that you're going to be the best you can be, and you're not going to take the shortcut or the easy way. They're going to go after it.
And you know what, I'm going to let you stick with that, because really what happened was our schedule was full, and I'm the scheduler, and I said, okay, guys, we can go this date whether you like it or not, and they said, let's do it.
Okay. Well, it sounded better my way, but we'll go with that. We'll keep that. But, yeah, I'm just so happy to see some ice out there in front of me right now. I'm happy to see the teams come out just for warm-ups, boy. It's amazing to me that it's been so long since we've seen a hockey game. I'm looking forward to it. And
a couple of changes, as I mentioned early on, as you can see. In fact, we'll go ahead and let you see it a little bit better. But right now, the changes that Missouri State has is the Bearhead logo is back. It's on the ice. It's all by itself. The junior team, the Springfield Express, they are not playing this season. So right now, it is all Missouri State as the main tenant here at Mediacom Ice Park. And, you know, Dan, we talk about changes, and for Missouri State, there really are not that many changes.
No, they didn't lose that many players. They have some good, fresh talent coming in. Coaches are all back. They're all ready and revved up and wanting to keep that Jeremy Law record of playoff performances intact. And, everybody's ready. And then again, there is one part of the Express that appears to have remained.
Yes, the horn has remained. The Springfield Express, of course, they were a train. That the Express train was their moniker, and the horn is still here. When the team left, they kept that, and I don't know if they're going to do that for goals or not. I have no idea, but if they do, well, we'll deal with it.
Actually, it sounded like they had it tuned down just a little bit. That didn't quite seem quite as loud.
Just a little bit.
So we'll get ready for some hockey here. We've got the starting lineups coming up right now. Tim Siemens, I believe, is our PA announcer today.
Tim Gracie, yes. Let's join Tim Gracie.
Your Bears of the Maryville Saints are as follows. Starting for Maryville are the forwards, number 10, Anthony Stavron. Number 12, Damian Karingi. Number 3, Andrew Songstad. Number 4, Dylan Carroll. Number 22, Trevor Henson. And in goal for the Saints tonight, number 1, Aaron Romero. The Saints are coached in their inaugural season by head coach John Hogan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the heart of the city, located on the east side of beautiful downtown Springfield, Missouri, in the east rink of the Jordan Valley Ice Park, the house that Stan built. Time now, everyone up on your feet. Let's introduce the starters for Missouri State Ice Hockey. The forwards, number 20, Andrew Kovacic. Also at forward, number 10, Alex Turin. Also a forward, number 16, Josh Bell. The Ice Bears defenders, number 11, Brennan Anderson. And number 61, Carson Warnig. In the net for the Bears tonight, number 29, Bailey Stevens. Joining the Ice Bears on the ice tonight is 8-year-old second grader. He's homeschooled, a part of the Junior Bears hockey program. Please welcome Eli Stroud. The Ice Bears are coached by assistant coach Ryan Armstrong and head coach Jeremy Law. Our officials for tonight's game are Terry Farrar, Patrick Simmons, and Jason Carrera. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to kindly remain standing. Remove your hats, gentlemen and ladies, as we honor our nation, the United States of America, with the singing of our national anthem. We invite you to please join in as our anthem this evening is performed by Leah Henderson.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we
welcome once again here at Mediacom Ice Park in the Stan Milton Ice Rink. Game 1 of the 18-19 season between Missouri State and Maryville. And Dan,
I'm just chomping at the bit, Steve. If there's one thing you notice right off the bat in this hockey game tonight, when the two teams are out there on the blue line, you don't think 4 years in college makes a lot of difference. We brought out primarily our senior lineup. They brought out some of their 18 freshmen, and you can visibly see the difference between these two teams. And if you don't think there was a little bit of starstruck in the eyes of those Maryville players, you'd be mistaken. So this is going to be interesting to see how Maryville rises to their initial challenge tonight.
The program this evening are Jordan Forrester and Al Valdivia.
now of course, with tonight's game, it is a ceremonial puck drop that will take place.
Jordan Forrester
to benefit
and
ATOP.
Al Valdivia. Thanks so very much for all you do.
And ATOP, of course, is a program that helps players that play sled hockey and other sports for disabled athletes, and tonight's game will have the proceeds go towards this organization.
And it is a fine organization. We're so happy that they'll be coming back this year, and always glad to help them out in any way we can. You might even get out there and play with them a little bit.
I've done that. I've played on defense. I actually played goalie the last time and didn't do half bad in that. Well, as this game goes on, we'll talk about some of the new players for Missouri State, and of course every player is new for Maryville University. But right now we have hockey, Missouri State skating from the left to the right, and Maryville, the Saints, skating from the right to the left.
I'm Dan Lee, he's Steve Cass, and Alex Som handing the video chores for you on RedSportsRadio.com tonight. Welcome aboard. It's time to launch the 2018 season.
Alex Turin comes in to take the draw from Damian Carragini, and it is taken away by Missouri State quickly. They go into the zone, a delayed offside, they clear it, and it comes all the way down where it's stopped by the goaltender, Aaron Romero. Back behind the net, Missouri State with some good pressure there. Andrew Kovacic, the Ice Bears' top scorer last season, they're only going to have him for half the season. Kovacic will graduate mid-season. Puck taken away by Maryville, and quickly Andrew Songstad breaks it out and sends it ahead to Anthony Starvo.
And Stavro gets it back behind the goal, and a challenge there as Andrew Songstad tries to take it away. Can't do it. Here come the Ice Bears.
Line change for Maryville. Here comes Missouri State. Across is Alex Turin. Drops it back to Josh Bell. Bell, 12 goals, 14 assists in 27 games for Missouri State last season. Now taken away by the Saints. Hunter Fegans gets pushed down, but he's able to clear it out to center. A delayed offside, but puck gets sent right back in, where it's taken away by Trevor Henson. Henson is one player that has played ACHA hockey for Division II Southern Illinois University Edwardsville last season.
Here's Vegans with a head man puck up ahead. He gets it to Viggers, and Jared Viggers will wing it around the boards. It comes to the other side, taken away immediately by Zane O'Brien, and the Ice Bears flip it up into the stands.
Actually, that was filled up by Fegans, I believe. He was trying to just clear it out of harm's way, and it goes right to the Andes sign. Our sponsor again this year, Andes, and if Missouri State scores 5 goals, everybody in attendance, and I'm not sure how they're going to do it with a non-Missouri State ticket stub, but everyone in attendance will get a $1 sundae from Andes.
And if they do get 5 goals, I'm not working here.
Here we go as the Ice Bears bring it across the line. The beeline on, drive in, and a save, and the first shot by Zane O'Brien of Missouri State is sent back by Romero. Now as the Ice Bears battle with it, it is Bratton. He'll grab it. That is Jordan Bratton. Puck flipped out to center and cleared all the way down, and we get the first flip into the Missouri State bench, I believe. No penalties here.
No, it just flipped off of one of the players leaning out over the edge of the board, so it'll come to center ice for the face-off.
Looked at referee Terry Farrar, and he immediately pointed at the bench and said, no, all right, so we'll do this all again. Face-off at center, as you say, Dan. Once again, it will be Kringy to take the draw, but this time he tried to win it from the Ice Bears' Matt Matty. Matty returns to Missouri State, St. Charles product. He had 4 goals in the 16-17 season, but now He played Adrian College last season where he had 4 goals and an assist, and he's back with Missouri State. The line of Matt Matty, Hunter Cooley, and Nikita Salnikov. All of those players are brand new as we get an offside here. Hunter Cooley played with El Paso of the Western States Hockey League and Southern Shores, where he had 13 goals and 23 assists last season. And Nikita Salnikov, he's been out for a season. He was nursing a broken arm, but his last time on the ice was 16-17 with the Springfield Express. He had 31 goals and 24 assists.
And we expect big things out of him this year as well.
Actually, that whole line.
Yeah, here's Chris Brown on defense now.
Sorry, Dan, and that's just their 3rd line. So we'll see what happens, as you mentioned. Big things. Puck in front of the Maryville bench, taken away by Missouri State, sent in by Chris Brown, wearing number 8 tonight, but Brown, for the remainder of the season, will wear number 18. Puck is cleared all the way down. Should get an icing here.
Yeah, Derek Smith chooses to let it go, and it will be an icing call. Come back down the other direction. 17:25 left here in a scoreless first period. Missouri State University Ice Bear Hockey kicking off a brand new season. Good crowd on hand for the opener.
Yeah, it's a $5 ticket, as you took a look just a moment ago at Derek Smith with Missouri State. He played for the Springfield Express, had 24 goals, 61 assists from 2014 to 2017. Puck comes right up the middle. It's broken away and taken away by Kevin Gregory and cleared out to center ice and all the way down. This should be an icing.
Yep, no question about that.
And it is. And, you know, you talk about players that have played. Gregory played with Midland last season, the Division I team, the junior out of St. Louis. Had 4 goals and 7 assists in 21 games. So now he is kind of one of those guys that is going to be leaned on as far as that go-to guide to some of these 18 freshmen who have not played hockey at the ACHA level to kind of say, hey, what do I do? How do I handle this?
Brandon Anderson back on defense, gets the puck ahead.
With a line change now, here comes Hunter Saunders to Alex Rubin, and a drive missed wide to the far side. Now to the left, top of the left circle, taken away by Brandon Anderson of Missouri State. He shoots, and it goes high up over the shoulder of Romero. It'll go to the near side. Now taken and tried to be cleared by Cole Myrda, taken away by the Ice Bears, flipped to a skate and taken by Gregory, who has trouble with it, but finally gets it out to center ice. Line change for Maryville, taken away by Trevor Henson, and a feed up to the left side, and here comes Jared Biggers.
And Biggers will take it all the way deep into the corner, and they get pinned in quickly. The Ice Bears there on defense to pin them up against the boards. They take the puck away. Anderson will try to flip it out to the blue line, and does.
And the Ice Bears will catch up to it. Here is Bell as he gets hit.
Nice hip check by Figers.
And it's at center ice. Ice Bears with it. Now here comes Patrick Johansson. Drop it off to Turin with a drive, and it inadvertently hit Dylan Carroll and goes wide. So it's as good as a save on that one. And the Ice Bears will regain control.
Josh Bell loses the handle on it. Into the blue line it comes, but tipped back just as quickly by the defense of the Ice Bears. Now they'll scrum along the blue line, finally taken just inside the line. And the Ice Bears will have to retreat momentarily as they bring in new defenseman Alex Turin out there now. And they'll wait behind the goal. Pair comes through. They play a little pitch and catch. Comes back to Bell. Now up ice it comes.
15:30 remaining in the first period. Bell with some pressure, but it's taken by Dylan Carroll, and he'll clear it out to center ice. Johansson, as the Ice Bears retreat to set things up in their own zone. They get it across center, flipped in, a bouncing puck that Carroll grabs, can't clear it. It's loose up the middle, and Bell will have it for Missouri State. 15:10 to go in the first period. No score. Bell shoots, drives, safe, rebound, and it's tipped away into the corner. Carroll was able to clear it, and a much needed line change for Maryville.
Brian Schumacher hounded back behind his own goal, gets some speed up, comes up left wing.
And he'll have it across the line into the zone. Schumacher pushed off the play, but Bell will drop down in low, looking to the right side. Instead to Turin. It went off of his stick, and Turin recaptures it to Bell, but it's broken up, and a good play there by Henson. But the Ice Bears still have it. Bell, top of the left dot, drops it down in low. Bell along the line, and it's deflected out to center ice all the way down, no icing.
That may be ruled the first shot on goal as it went all the way in toward the crease and is played by the goalkeeper, Bailey.
Line change for Missouri State. Across the line now to Turin. Tipped in front inadvertently. Skating right through the crease was Chris Brown, and he did get it and direct it right towards Romero. But the Ice Bears still have possession. Barrett with the beeline on now.
And
lead
here's a
pass.
break. Barrett lost the puck. It comes in on a right wing shot. Saved. Bailey got the glove on it up in the air on Karinji. And Damien comes away broken-hearted as the puck slips past on the left-hand side. Now loose right there on the corner of the crease. Still tipped out. And finally taken away by the Ice Bears, Jordan Bratton. Bratton will skate back to the left-hand side, looks up the middle, finds some room.
First shot for Maryville, and it was a good one. And here comes the beeline across the line again into the Maryville zone. Drive in, saved by the goaltender Romero as Bratton got an opportunity in front. Puck taken away, we come the other way.
Anthony Stavro lost it at the blue line. Good check right there by O'Brien.
As the beeline has it on a 3-on-2. Here's Barrett to Bratton, and he still has possession. Bratton trying to get it in to O'Brien, and a backhander just missed wide. Scramble for it. Barrett lost it right in front. Ice Bears still, as they collapse the zone, still can't get possession, and they finally have it cleared.
And it comes all the way back into the Ice Bears zone. Carson Warning will chase it down. Good forechecking pressure by the Saints. As steal right at the center line. Shafara got a stick on it. Now shucks off one supposed chuck from Anderson, and it comes back behind, and Brennan will chase it back down. Out in front of his own goal to the right wing.
Here come the Missouri State Ice Bears as they give it to Hunter Cooley on the ice now, but it's taken away from him, and a lead for the Saints as they want a line change.
Well, I'll tell you what, if there was any nervousness on Maryville's part, they shook it off very quickly. They're playing some good hockey right now as they keep the Ice Bears pinned in their own end. Puck comes to the blue line, taken back by Anderson. He's got a man open.
Here comes Anderson, gives it over to the near side boards. Now coming down in low, working it around and trying to get possession of the puck was Matty. Now it'll go to the far side. Now a drive in. It's blocked in front, taken away as Schumacher got that shot, and it's cleared.
Carroll comes off on the right wing, tries to feed it through the slot. Taken away, spin around. Oh, and a great feed on the left-hand side, but fanning on the effort was Picciano, and Anthony couldn't do anything with it. It comes the other way.
Lead pass, walking down in front and trying to get a handle on it as a drive just got shot wide. And Missouri State buzzing all around as coming in as now they score on the backhander.
And it was a deflection off of the defender, Dylan Carroll.
Missouri State takes the lead as Nikita Salnikov had the opportunity in front, and then the rebound was put home, and Missouri State takes the advantage here in the first period. 11:53 to go in the period.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate thing for Maryville there as it came off of Carroll, who was camped out in front. Up until that point, Maryville's defense has done a wonderful job of plugging up the lanes and helping their goaltender out a little bit, and that time it just came in from a direction he wasn't expecting, and I think it went off of his skate or his stick, one of the two.
We'll have to wait for the call to see who they give this one to.
I think it was Salnikov. 90, wasn't it? Was it 9 or 90? I don't know.
Well, if it was 90, it's Nikita Salnikov. And as we get a whistle for it
Ice Bears goal is scored by number 79, Alex Rubin.
Well, we were only wrong all the way around.
And assisted by number 81, Brian Schumacher. For the Ice Bears, Rubin from Schumacher. Time of the goal, 8:07 in the first period.
Well, I knew there was a 9 in there somewhere. So it's 1-0 Ice Bears as we go back to play, and the Ice Bears back on the attack with a deflected pass right into the gut of the goalkeeper, Aaron Romelli. And it comes back out to center ice. Here's Maryville working on the left-hand wing now. They'll try to drop it back to the post, and it is taken away momentarily, but gotten right back by Gregory, and Kevin takes it into the corner, spins around, it comes back out the other side. The Ice Bears have it on the tape, but can't control as they get pinned in the near corner. Now out front, a turnaround shot and a good save by Bailey Stevens off the stick of Matt Berkemeyer, and we might have gotten the call before that. I'm not sure. No, that was just a very quick whistle on the save by Stevens. So we'll come outside the blue line. 11:07 left in the first period. 5-3, the shots on goal in favor of the Ice Bears. Maryville playing some very upstanding hockey at the moment with these Ice Bears.
Well, for a team that was thrown together just about 7 or 8 days ago, you have to like what John Hogan's put on the ice.
Absolutely.
Lead pass as the Ice Bears have it to Alex Torin. Torin looking in front to Kovacic. Torin to Kovacic, score! Missouri State catching Maryville in a line change, and the Ice Bears take advantage of it, and they have a 2-0 lead.
And that was simply a numbers game right there. Maryville just couldn't get enough players back in time to stop that from happening. And Turin with great patience on that, waiting for Kovacic to get in the right position to receive that perfect pass.
So the Ice Bears, as nobody was back, and Kovacic pretty much had a wide open net. And Missouri State has a 2-0 lead, this coming at 9:08 of the period. So Kovacic gets his first goal of the season. And we know who the assist is going to go to, as the Ice Bears have another opportunity, but coming out is Romero, and now we've got some pushing and shoving. Well, Kovacic is not happy with anything that happened just right after the whistle.
Yeah, there was a big hit applied after the whistle was blown. Pretty much defenseless on the part of the Ice Bear that time. I think it was Turin that took the worst shot in that exchange, but Kovacic with the retaliation is going to go to the bot, along with the initiator, which in this case is Andrew Songstad from Maryville. They'll both go. This is 10:41 left in the first period.
So we're going to go 4-on-4. As both players will go in the box. Kovacic and Songstad.
And they both get 2 minutes.
Scored by number 20, Andrew Kovacic. Assisted by number 10, Alex Turin.
Oh, here's a 2-on-1 break for Maryville. Left side pass attempt is broken up, comes right out in front, and Stevens sees his defense take it away. But here comes Turin once again across the line for Missouri State. Turin had it broken up. Bell is there. He is on the left circle waiting. He shoots and it goes high. Gets deflected up over Romero.
For the visiting Maryville Saints, number 3.
So almost a quick strike back the other way.
2 minutes for roughing. Songstad, 2 minutes roughing.
Yeah, both roughing calls there.
Andrew Kovacic, 2 minutes roughing. Kovacic, 2 minutes roughing. Time of the penalties 9:19.
So a little 4-on-4 hockey here to start the season. Ice Bears win the draw.
The assist went to number 24, Christian Cooley. Cooley with the assist in the Ice Bears' first goal.
So they're going to change it from Schumacher to Cooley. Meanwhile, the Ice Bears work the puck down in low, so that is the first assist of the season for Hunter Cooley.
And the first of his Ice Bear career, if I'm not mistaken.
It is.
For this team, anyway.
First in ACHA. Here come the B-line on the line now, as coming across is Barrett for Missouri State. He has it taken away from him. It'll go to the near side. Now to Patrick Johansson. Drops it down in low. Gets it over to Jordan Bratton. Up the middle. Nobody there except for Maryville and Viggers.
And Jared Viggers will come in on the left wing. He's got some help on the right side if he can find Shafaro, but he cannot as it's poked away. Comes back behind the goal, taken by the Ice Bears. Deep into the corner is Schumacher. Schumacher will feed it out right in front of his own goal, but no problem as no pressure was coming from Maryville at the moment anyway. The Saints kind of cruise in lazily to see if they can kind of stir things up a little bit. The Ice Bears will finally just give it out in front of the net. Johansson gives it to Schumacher, looking back for Patrick, and he's got it on the stick.
Johansson across the line. Patrick waits. He shoots. Got it up high. Puck to the corner. We're going to get a high sticking penalty, and it's going to go against Maryville. Ice Bears send it down in low. Henson will be there to touch it up, and the penalty is assessed, and interference actually will be the call. So Missouri State will go on the first power play opportunity. Last season, the Ice Bears on the power play, 42 for 203, 20.6%.
A little lower than we've seen in previous years. We're kind of used, we're spoiled, but we're kind of used to seeing that number up around 30 or 33% sometimes.
Matt Berkemeyer was called for the penalty. So a power play opportunity. Of course, being the very first game for the Maryville Saints, their numbers are all zeros. So technically, they're 1,000% on the penalty kill.
Yeah.
Well, 100%, not 1,000. I don't think you'd be 1,000. Oh, yeah, I guess you could say that. They could be a million right now. They have not played a defensive shift yet until now with a man short. Here come the Ice Bears. And Anderson to Kovacic. Back to Anderson once again. Drops it over to the left side, up the middle. Bell will have it. To Kovacic. Right face off. Kovacic behind the net. Checked hard by Kevin Gregory. Up the middle, drive and a save. Good save by Romero through some traffic after Anderson got that one. Now picked up on a bouncing puck. It goes the other way, and it is cleared by Gringy and out to center ice as Maryville will line change.
Ice Bears could have stopped the play as it came into the glove of Bailey, but they'll just keep things on the ice and keep things rolling a little bit. Here's a steal, though, at the blue line. Nice job by Vergers to poke it back into the deep end of the Ice Bears zone. So the Ice Bears will have to retreat. They'll get a quick line change while they're at it. Now they'll start the offense on the right wing. Here's Barrett.
He'll have it to the left side now. Gets it to Jordan Bratton. Up the middle to O'Brien. Now dropped from Schumacher to Barrett, or to Bratton, that is, again. The B-line out. I call them the B-line because it's Jordan Bratton, Zane O'Brien, and Travis Barrett. Now a good sliding defensive play by Vigors clears it out to center ice, and the Ice Bears will set it up again. They come across the line, broken up one more time by Henson, and he'll clear it all the way down.
Patrick Johansson will have to go all the way back to retrieve for the Ice Bears as Maryville gets a fresh set of red uniforms out on the ice, and some good forechecking pressure will delay the Ice Bears attack even further. Now finally the red come forward. And
the power play is over. We're 5-on-5. Missouri State 0 for 1, and still at that 100% penalty kill is Maryville.
Out front and a little bit in front of diving Simon Sellier. He'd had a good chance at a goal right there, but it comes the other direction.
Ice Bears flip it in. It goes behind a stick that lays on the ice. Intercepted by Hunter Fegans. He'll have it from the near side. Played with the Gillette Wild of the NA3HL last season. Puck sent all the way down. This is no icing and a line change for Maryville. They needed that line change.
Carson Warning up ice. Finds Cooley.
And he'll drop it down in low. Works to Matheny now. Swinging it around, but he lost it. Dominic Matheny out of Granite City, Illinois, played for the I think it's the Point Mound Buffaloes. Goes to the far side. Intercepted by Nikita Salnikov for Missouri State. Sends it down in low. In front to Salnikov, and it goes off of a skate. Here's a drive in. Karsick Warnig, and it was tipped in front by the Ice Bears' Hunter Cooley, but it was held on to by Aaron Romero out of Amherstburg, Ontario, the junior. Ontario, Canada, that is. 5 players from Ontario, Canada for the Maryville University Saints, so they're not pushovers at all. Face off with 5:41 to go in the period. Stays in the Maryville end of the ice. It'll be Matt Matty, the line of Matt Matty, Hunter Cooley, and Nikita Salnikov.
Maryville decked out in their pure red uniforms with a little bit of white numeral and black trim.
I like them. They're good.
Yeah, I like it.
Near side boards now as it drops down in low. Cooley was there, but it was broken up and taken away and cleared out to center ice. Racing hard is Caringi.
And Damien can't get there before the Ice Bears do. Travis Barrett has it on the stick, gets it forward. And that's not Barrett, that's Anderson.
As he sends it over to Nikita Salnikov across the line. Salnikov trips over the puck, still is able to get it with some help from Hunter Cooley. Now behind the net, Henson intercepts. He brings it over to the far side, and it's taken away by Spencer Turner.
And he'll get the puck on the right-hand side. His shot deflected nicely. Good defensive play by Derek Smith to get in front of that shot and push it back the other direction. Puck still in the Ice Bears zone, however, and they'll try to work it up on the right wing. Good move by Cooley.
Across the line of Salnikov. Broken up there on the good defensive play by the Saints. It's out to center ice, sent all the way down. And is this enough for icing? It is.
Yep.
Icing and a 2-0 lead for Missouri State. First goal is credited to Alex Rubin. And it is a 1-0 lead for Missouri State. And then Andrew Kovacic gets the second goal for the Ice Bears and an assist by Turin. And that's where we stand right now with Missouri State in a 2-0 lead. Face-off won by the Saints. Flip to the corner. Berkemeyer can't clear it. Still held in. Ice Bears have it. A shot that goes wide off the stick of Chris Brown. Near side boards. Working it behind the net and trying to get a handle on it for the Ice Bears is Hunter Saunders. Now Saunders is double teamed. Alex Rubin in there to try to dig it out. Trevor Henson, who's played a lot of this first period, still on the ice, not able to clear it. Goes to the near side to Matt Simoncelli, and he's able to clear it out to center ice.
Chris Brown gets pinned in right inside the blue line, but managed to get it forward to Smith, and here we go the other way.
Ice Bears have it again. A drive in and a blocker save. This one came off the stick of Spencer Sollenbach. Last team he played for was Christian Brothers. Back in 15-16, had 14 goals and 21 assists. When I say he took a year off, he wanted to concentrate on school, and he didn't tell anybody he was still at school at Missouri State. Head coach Jeremy Law found that out and said, "You're playing for us this season."
He does have a persuasive way about him sometimes. Here are the Saints on the attack now as they try to pin the Ice Bears back in their own end. Can't get it done, though. Comes up the blue line. Nice breakout pass to Bell.
Bell will be 1-on-3. Catching up is Rubin, but Bell drives in, and a save by Romero. He'll hold on. 3:20 to go in the period. And Missouri State has a 2-0 lead over the Maryville University Saints. And for their first hockey game ever, Dan,
I think they're doing quite well.
I think they're doing very well. I like what they see right now.
I was just thinking to myself, if you go back to the first year of existence for the Ice Bears, if they just stepped on the ice against a D1 opponent, I don't think they'd have looked this good.
Let's just say that a couple of games, as Romero has to make a save, the Ice Bears played against Oklahoma. And if your over and under was over 20, you would have won a lot of money.
Yeah, right. And look at these guys. So, yeah, I think if you're head coach Josh Hogan and the rest of the Maryville Saints, you got to be pretty proud about the way they're launching this program right now. Of course, the Ice Bears managed number 17 in the ACHA Division I year. Last year, went to the playoffs. So, yeah, I think if you're a Maryville fan, you've got a lot of good games to look forward to. Go support these guys.
And who did Missouri State lose to last season? The number 16 Arizona, which head coach John Hogan was an assistant coach for.
Exactly. There's a lot of connections in the hockey world.
Puck stays along the line. Johansson has it over to Bell, and Kovacic with a swipe, but it's intercepted. Karingi can't grab it, but Kovacic can, and he'll send it down in low. Past Turin, also past Fegans, far side boards, left dot. Now taken away by Gregory and moved up to center ice.
Stavro with a nice reception of the pass, gets it across the blue line. A rolling puck is taken back by Kovacic.
He'll have it across the line, has one goal here today to Bell. He gets pushed off the play and on his knees gets a shot off and a save by Romero. Puck up the middle. Kovacic lets it go. Warnig tried to tee it up, but it was taken away by Starvo and cleared out to center ice. The Ice Bears have it. They get back on side. Clearing the zone is Bell. Walks in front. Kovacic, or make that Anderson is there. He's pulled off the play. A good check by Cole Mudra. Here's Anderson again. He tries to get a shot off and score by Barrett.
I am not even sure how that puck found its way to Barrett.
Anderson got the shot. It was saved, and it was lying right there, and Barrett was able to make a swipe at it and put it into the net. Not a swipe, it was more of a shot. But Missouri State will now take a 3-0 lead as you can kind of see the play develop a little bit. And Missouri State will have that 3-0 advantage.
That comes with 2:04 left here in the first period. Shots on goal kind of exploding in Missouri State's favor right now. 12-3 as they take the puck back, and here's Brett.
Number 12, Travis Barrett.
Barrett has it again.
Assisted by number 11, Brennan Anderson.
And they score again as Barrett makes it 2 in a row.
So Missouri State piling it on here. It's 4-0. And this one started from the left face-off dot. The Ice Bears kept it in play, and then waiting right in front.
It was Barrett for his second of the night.
And Missouri State has a 4-0 lead.
And Barrett still on the ice now as Bratton receives the faceoff. 1:34 left to go in the first period. The Ice Bears dump it in. And they'll try to chase it down. Gregory
Ice
gets
Bears
there
goal
first.
scored by number 12, Travis Barrett. Assisted by number 9, Jordan Bratton. And number 8, Chris Brown. For the Ice Bears, their 4th goal coming from Barrett, from Bratton and Brennan. Time of the goal, 18-18.
As Cooley carries down into the zone now for the Ice Bears. He gets double teamed on the boards.
And they have it again as O'Brien tries to stuff it home. The rebound missed just wide. As the Ice Bears, Cooley was there. Big save by Romero as he pushed it into the corner. Puck is flipped up with 52 seconds to go. And Cooley works the puck, and finally it's cleared out to center ice.
And Brown will chase it. Derek Smith will bring it back the other way.
Smith across the line. Now a shot that's tipped in front. Score!
They might wave that one.
They call it a goal.
If I'm Josh Tobin, I do a little lobbying there. It looked to me, man, we'll see on the replay ourselves, it looked to me like that was redirected intentionally by the skate.
Well, I think so too, but it went off the goaltender then and in. Matt Matty will get credit for the goal. And Missouri State now has a 5-0 lead. Well, wait and see if they officially call it that, but it's on the scoreboard and they're facing off at center ice.
Nobody arguing about it.
So Matt Matty will get his first goal.
And of course there is no replay rule at this level either, so not much sense in arguing.
19:27 will be the time of the goal. And
Ice Bears goal scored
will
by
be
number 91, Matt Matty. Assisted by number 24, Christian Cooley. For the Ice Bears, Matty from Cooley. Time of the goal, 19:26.
Less than 10 seconds left to go in the period. A 5-0 game. And one more effort coming up for the Ice Bears. They're not going to get advantage of it as the puck is taken away by Berkemeyer. And Matt will wait for the period to expire. And there's your first period score. 5-0 Missouri State University with the advantage over a brand new Maryville Saints hockey team.
Well, there's just one player that has multiple goals in this hockey game, and that is Barrett.
Shots on goal for the Saints, 3.
As Missouri State put 16 shots on Romero, and Bailey Stevens facing just 3. First period goal, the first goal of the game, coming at 8:07, and that is Alex Rubens. His shot was inadvertently deflected in, and it is a 1-0 lead. Cooley with the assist. Then Andrew Kovacic gets on the board at 9:08. The assist to Turin, as both of these guys work together to create the 2-on-1, and Missouri State then has a 2-0 lead. Then Barrett makes it a 3-0 affair at 17:56, gets the first one of the period, and Missouri State has a make that a 3-0 lead. And then Barrett again, this one coming out of the corner, and Barrett really stayed all alone in front and was able to get it and tip it in past Romero. Missouri State then finishes things up to make it 5-0. Matt Matty right here gets a tip in, Cooley with the assist, and that's where we stand right now, as Missouri State has a 5-0 advantage after one period of play. We'll take a break, and when we come back, talk to the head coach of the Maryville Saints, and John Hogan will do that in just a moment on Web Sports Radio. 5-0 Missouri State after one.
Now playing at Mediacom Ice Park in Springfield, a new ice age. It's the Missouri State Ice Bears hockey, now through February. Exciting, hard-hitting, fast-paced collegiate hockey, Ice Bears style. Get your advance tickets at Missouri State Tix box offices or call 417-836-7678. Tickets also available at the games. There are no speed limits at Mediacom Ice Park when you see Ice Bears hockey.
We're back at MediaCom Ice Park. Steve Cass and Dan Lee. Talking now with the head coach of the Maryville University Saints and John Hogan. John, a lot of firsts. You know, one of the things I look at the score sheets and I say, there's all zeros here. You've got a fresh, clean slate. You have a brand new team, but of course you're not new to hockey. You were a coach or assistant coach with Arizona, and now you kind of have come back home, I guess, and now you're coaching the University of Maryville University Saints. What was it like when you first found out this is what you were going to do?
Well, you know, I finished up my master's last year at the University of Arizona, and my goal was always to go back home. I'm kind of a homebody, so went back for the holidays, and Maryville, they gave me a call and said, "We love you to start our hockey team." And I said, you know, in the recruiting aspect, you know, you're kind of putting me behind the 8 ball, but you know, those are the cards we were dealt, and I was hired Feb 1, and you know, this is the team we have, you know, that we built in the last 5 or 6 months. So a lot of hard work's been put in by a lot of people. So like you said, a lot of firsts. You know, first road trip. You know, just a lot of first game for a lot of these guys. So we have about 18 freshmen that have never played a college hockey game. So it'll be a great experience playing here, and again, you guys have a great program here, and we're lucky enough to have Jeremy and yourself put us on your schedule. So hopefully we put a good showing on today, but again, it's we're all building towards something, and hopefully our guys learn a lot this weekend.
Of course, your first season in ACHA Division II, and you know you have to start somewhere. That's what everyone says. And as you mentioned, 18 freshmen. You have 1 sophomore and 2 juniors, and one of the juniors is Kevin Gregory of Midland. So he's played a few. You know, 4 goals, 7 assists in 21 games last season. So you look at maybe him as kind of being one of your leaders, one of your guys that say, okay, you know, it may sound like it's going fast and it's much different from playing high school, but guys, I've done it before. This is what you need to kind of be patient for and experience first.
Absolutely. I kind of compare it to a push and a pulley system. You have to have guys pushing from the bottom, but you also have to have guys pulling from the top. So Kevin's a great example of someone we'll be leaning on, and not just for his play, but also the demeanor and the maturity he brings on and off the ice. And with that, we have Aaron, our goalie, who I believe he played Minot State about 8 times last year. He came from Williston, so not a whole lot of teams that play up there. So he's a great reference for guys that don't know much about the ACHA, and you know, we can only tell them as a coaching staff how great this league is, how reputable your program is. You know, you just have to throw them in the deep end, and we'll figure out how to swim as we go. So, but we have a couple guys, like you said, that we can kind of lean on, and if guys have questions, if they're thinking coach is just full of it, you know, they can go talk to them. And you know, this is the real thing here, and there's a commitment level that comes with that, and those guys get it. So we're lucky to have a couple of those guys.
Now, I also saw on your roster Trevor Henson. You have him, a sophomore. Out of Edwardsville, played with SIUE. Yep,
yeah, SIUE, a very reputable Club 2 program, and I think he just wanted a change, and he heard Maryville was adding a team. And again, what I tell guys all the time is, you know, like I said, there's a commitment level that comes with playing here, but you're also getting a great education. So he was excited to jump on board, and he's a big body. You know, he's got a great stick length, so you know, you don't find many 6'2", 6'3" defensemen in our league. So we're lucky to have him, and him and a lot of other guys. We expect some big things out of them this year.
Talking with John Hogan, the head coach of the Maryville University Saints. And John, when we started talking, we were trying to figure out how we were going to schedule games, and it turns out our schedule was pretty much full. You, as you mentioned, were behind the 8 ball trying to get things scheduled. And, you know, looking at your schedule right now, I think you've done a fairly good job, given the time that you've had to kind of get things going. With your schedule, it's a little different because you have kind of a mix of some Division I players and a mix of some Division II teams. That is. I guess the good thing is, since you've come from a Division I team, teams are not that afraid of playing your squad, because maybe they look at you and say, okay, he's going to put together a squad that's going to be competitive. And granted, all first-year teams kind of have to go through that learning process of, in a sense, can a coach trust that they're playing this team and it's not going to be a blowout for my team, or what if they surprise us, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So it sounds like your reputation a little bit has kind of helped you land some pretty good teams to get a schedule going.
I appreciate that, but at the same time, I think everyone remembers their first year and starting something from the ground up, and it's kind of always giving back and putting yourself in those guys' shoes. So you're a guy. You guys didn't start too long ago, so I can't imagine you guys forgetting, trying to get good teams on your schedule. And again, when a lot of the players were looking at our schedule, like, we got a pretty darn good schedule, and if you want to be the best, you got to play the best. So we're lucky to get you guys just 3 hours south of us on the schedule. Lucky to go out to Arizona, and then we have Duquesne in, I believe, late January. So we have a total of 6 Club 1 games, and again, I want guys. We have 18, 19 guys that have never played ACHA hockey, and you can run through the totem pole with them all day. Where the competition level is, but until they get thrown in the mix, until they see what the competition is, they'll never know. So, we're lucky to have you guys on the schedule, and hopefully it works out for you guys. Hopefully it's a competitive game, and hopefully both teams learn more about themselves. And obviously we'll know more about ourselves here after the first weekend, after our first 2 ever games. But hopefully you guys can look in the mirrors and say, what do we need to build on? And obviously you guys were a top 15 team last year and probably trying to get into that top 10 this year. So I know you guys have some big goals, and again, hope early games like this in the season, they can be mutually beneficial for both teams. So can't thank you guys enough for doing that.
John Hogan, head coach of the Maryville Saints. John, appreciate the accolades there. We were top 17, not top 15. So we'll take it, though, if you want to believe that.
I'm just throwing you a bone. I'm sorry, Steve.
That's okay. We'll take it, as I mentioned. Now, top 10 for this year, for sure. That's what I think the team goal is at this point. One of the things is that both of these teams are literally playing after the team was picked not even a week ago, and now all of a sudden we're jumped into games. Obviously, both teams are going to look at this weekend series and say, okay, this is what we need to do, this is what we need to work on, maybe, in a sense, work on it as a game time practice, in a sense, to get some certain things in. But when you first took this head coaching job, did you have an idea of the philosophy that you wanted to instill, the way that you wanted to play, or have the guys play the game? And what, without giving some of your secrets away, what was that? What kind of drove you to say, okay, this is the way I want to have Maryville hockey end up?
Yeah. When I know a lot of guys come from the junior route. I never did that. I jumped right into the Club 1 arena and went out to Arizona, obviously, and as a player, and then a little bit as a coach. I think sometimes we can get away from the instinctual aspect to the game. So by no means are we a run-and-gun team, and but from that standpoint, I want guys to play instinctual. I don't want guys thinking about what system I'm supposed to be running, or am I doing the 1-1-2? The trap. I try to stay away from that. Again, I'm not trying to give too much away here, but I want guys to play instinctual. I want guys to have fun and play the game that they love so much. So again, I really try. I don't harp too much on systems. More of how we play the game, little things on the ice, and kind of broader themes. Not so much individual systems and trying to micromanage it in some ways. I want guys to have fun out there and play on instincts more than anything. Head
coach John Hogan of Maryville University joining us. So one of the guys that's on your coaching staff used to be with Missouri State. I'm sure he's tried to give you some good pointers on how to possibly beat this hockey club.
Yeah, Jeff Crenshaw is our goalie coach and kind of scouting coordinator, and kind of a Swiss Army knife in a lot of regards. But yeah, he was here as an assistant coach under Bob Bucher, and the team's a little different. You have a little different personnel here now, but yeah, he understands what it was here 3 years ago. He understands what you guys have done here the past 2 or 3 years to up your game. So there is a mutual respect there. But yes, he does know some of your most lethal players and what they do best. So we're lucky to have Jeff on our staff. But yeah, you guys are a bit of a different team than what when he was down here three years ago.
One final question for John Hogan, the head coach of Maryville University. Next weekend, you have your home opener in Afton against Indiana. I know you're not, at this point, thinking ahead to that game, but do you look at this game and this series, I guess, against Missouri State, it's just kind of a learn as you go, and once you've kind of got down what you have established and what you figured out in this weekend series, that obviously will make you feel a little bit better as you head into the following series with Indiana?
Absolutely. You know, I tell our guys, you know, this season's a marathon, but in some regards, the first week or two, it's a pretty mad sprint. So we were on the ice Monday, and we tried to run through as many principles and systems as we could, but you can only cover so much in a short period of time. As I know you guys just picked your team as well, so I'm sure Law is dealing with that as well. But like you said, you can't learn, you can't become a better team, you can't grow as a team until you get on the ice. So I think both teams, in terms of system-wise, might be a little rusty, but hopefully you guys can lean on your experience, and hopefully we can lean on just some excitement of playing our first college game here. So again, it's you know, your first game should be your worst game if you're trying to grow as a team, if you're playing 32 or 34 games. So we're always trying to grow game by game, but you got to start somewhere, and what better place to start than throwing ourselves in the hornet nest down here. And yeah, we're excited to play next weekend in front of a home crowd at Afton and against Indiana. But we're going to try to stay in the present, stay in the moment, and focus on the task at hand with the Ice Bears this weekend.
John Hogan, head coach of Maryville University. John, I wish you very good success for the remainder of the season after this weekend, okay?
I appreciate it, Steve. I expect nothing different from you.
Yeah, you know, hey, that's isn't that the way it is? You have a team come in, you say, guys, I wish you good luck for the rest of the season, except for today and tomorrow and the next day.
We've all played the game. We're all competitive people, so we all get it. So I wish you guys the best, and you guys have a good squad over there, and some good leadership on the bench behind Jeremy Law there. So wish you guys nothing but the best, and hopefully I see some big wins out of you, and maybe a deep national run this year.
Well, you know, if we both end up making it, we'll both be there right around the same time, because all divisions play at the same time.
Yep, there you go. So I appreciate you having me, and best of luck this year.
All right, John Hogan, the head coach of the Maryville University Saints. We'll take a break, be back, more hockey coming up in a moment. Your best source for awards of any kind is always Bowles Trophy House in Springfield. Trophies, plaques, medals, gifts, ribbons, and more. You get top quality and great service at Bowles Trophy House, serving Springfield and Southwest Missouri for over 40 years. Call them at 417-869-8720.
And if you need embroidery work done, logos, digitizing, and more, come to Banners and Brainstorms in Bowles Trophy House at 601 South Kimbrough.
And we're back at MediaCom Ice Park. Steve Casson, Dan Lee, Alex Song on Web Sports Radio. As both teams have made, and we're just about to get ready for State, Dan.
A little bit so the second period. We thought maybe we might. Bailey is still out there. He'll and of course Ramelli with the ice to your left, and the play-by-play on your ice to your right. We're back to hockey. Looking pretty good considering the circuit. It out to center, handed pass to Kovacic, and he's going to go in offside down the middle.
Who ended up getting that shot? We'll wait and see. but it's very possible that Rubin will get it.
Scored by number 79, Alex Rubin.
Yep.
They do give it to Rubin. Should be unassisted.
For the Ice Bears, Rubin with the unassisted goal coming at 4:46 in the second period.
Because once the defensive player puts it in his own net, there's no assist. Here's a drive by Karingi that gets deflected up and out of play. Well, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. I know that we've got some issues as far as the stream goes. I think we've got it corrected for you, so we should be in good shape. And if you missed it, we'll replay the goal here in just a second. It has been awarded to Alex Rubin. So Rubin gets his second goal of the game.
And off the faceoff, Stavro took a nice swat at it, and a good save by Bailey to keep that one from going home for Maryville.
14:35 to go in the period. Here come the Ice Bears. They move it out of their own zone. Johansson will lead the charge.
Johansson gets a step on his man, now drops it off to Bell. They play catch back to Johansson. Centering pass comes through to Kovacic, but he couldn't get a full stick on it, and it comes the other way.
Across the line for Maryville, Karingi sends it up the middle. It's broken up, and then it'll go to Henson, who will have to chase, but Bell will beat him to it.
And Bell did a good job of getting there to prevent a 1-on-2, and now he had a 2-on-2, gets the shot away, and a nice shoulder save that time from Romero, and it goes back into the corner. Bell will take it back there. Skating right into the slot, uncontested, takes the backhander, and a stick save that time from Romero. It goes back into the corner. Oh, big shoulder hit applied to Dylan Carroll that time from Turin.
3-on-2. Moving in is Mudra, as Cole Mudra tries to make up for the fact that he inadvertently scored a goal. Let's take a look at that entire series just a moment ago in case you're joining us. As Rubin gets the first shot, the deflection is right there, and then on the rebound, it is Kudra to inadvertently hit it into his own net as he was trying to clear the puck. And it's 6-0 in favor of Missouri State.
And Missouri State with a break right now as O'Brien touched it himself. No icing. He'll chase it down. Circles back through. Tries to center it through. The pass is deflected up and out of harm's way as Barrett couldn't get to it. Now out front it comes. Anderson with a shot. He missed it wide to the right. Bounces off the hard way and out the other side. Comes down to the near board, and it's chipped out by Maryville.
All the way back down to the Missouri State zone. Chasing it was Vigors, but the Ice Bears get to it, and they break to the B line out with the 3-on-2.
Travis tries to cut inside, lost the puck, picked up by Bratton. Bratton had it left behind momentarily, but goes back to retrieve in the Maryville zone. Here's Warning. He'll send it toward the goal. A nice pad save that time from Romero as it comes out the other side. And Maryville will clear the zone. It was deflected, no icing.
12:50 to go in the period, and again, thanks for hanging with us, folks. We apologize for the internet issues, but we're back. 12:41 to go, and Missouri State has a 6-0 lead.
And O'Brien with a give and go got a good shot off that time. Again, Romero with a nice save. Here's Anderson. This one fires up high and over the shoulder and out the other side, and Maryville has a 3-on-1 if they hurry.
They've got to hurry, but they go offside. On the right side, Spencer Turner, as it was developing a little slow, and he goes offside, and they would have had a great break here against Missouri State's Bailey Stevens.
Yeah, I think he expected the pass to come his way a little bit sooner, and it never did.
And you know what? If this is maybe 10 games from now, that's automatic.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a big break.
But this is game one, and that's what you learn in game one.
So the Ice Bears win the draw. They trickle it into the zone. Nobody there but red jerseys.
Yeah, they let it go. It was a delayed offside.
Yep, and so the Saints will go back the other direction. Bad pass goes right to Chris Brown.
Shots are 20-6 in favor of Missouri State. 12:03 to go. Stolen by the Ice Bears.
Here's Brown. Gets it on the left side to Maddie, and Maddie centers through, and a backhanded shot is stopped off the post and the pad of Romero. Comes back outside as Cooley had that opportunity. Now Cooley centers to score! Cooley centering back to Maddie. Hey, are you liking that line, Steve?
I think that's a really good line, and they're the third line, as I mentioned, because that's all there's room for right now. But that is a brand new line. Matt Maddie, Hunter Cooley, and Nikita Salnikov. And Matty is the one, after it comes into the corner, he's able to dig it out. And a nice feed, a tic-tac-toe play from Salnikov, who started it out. And Missouri State has a 7-0 lead as John Hogan, Maryville Saints take a timeout.
And Christian Cooley already with 3 assists today, 2 of those going to Matt Matty's goals. So I like the way those two are working together right now. 7-0 your score. And we do have a timeout. Josh Hogan wants to talk to his troops and try to settle them down a little bit. And
let's not forget that Missouri State still has Alex Smith on the sidelines, Perron, Heiseroth, Davis, Launder, Anderson. And I say Anderson because it is the brother of Brennan Anderson, and that is Bradley Anderson, who's also on the team, and Shane Thornton. So Missouri State on the sidelines with 7 players.
Yeah.
And this is what they put on the ice right now. It is going to be, and I'm glad I'm not head coach Jeremy Law, but it is going to be a problem trying to figure out who plays when and where and what game with a 28-player roster.
Any coach will tell you that's a great problem to have.
It is a very great problem to have.
As we finally get to Sweet Caroline here in the second period, it's a 7-0 Missouri State lead, and they go on the attack once again. Here's the call on the goal by Tim Greasy.
Assisted by number 24, Christian Cooley. And number 90, Nikita Salnikov.
So Salnikov gets himself in the books of the Ice Bears. Put on
for the Ice Bears, Matty from Cooley and Salnikov. Time of the goal, 8:13 in the second period.
Maryville swipes the puck with the goalie out of position, but fortunately it comes right out to Salnikov, and he'll take it back harmlessly. Here's Cooley again. Cooley's shot is off the knee pad of one of the defenders, and it comes back outside. I believe that was Gregory. Kevin Gregory got the knee pad in front of that shot. Puck trickles off the glove of one of the Ice Bears, comes all the way back down.
It'll be Johansson. Patrick Johansson had 6 goals and 14 assists, 2 power play goals, and he was a +7 last season out of Sarunda, Sweden for Missouri State. 10:46 to go in the period. Puck is cleared out to center, flipped all the way down, back into the Maryville zone, and the Saints with a partial line change.
As Romero plays it up to center ice, it gets chipped up there by Schumacher. High puck is taken back down and off side, or we're going to get played with a high stick. Yeah, we're going to get a puck played with a high stick. So we'll come back out to center ice. I thought that stick looked a little high. And we'll go to the big bear head in the middle of Mediacom Ice Park.
Well, Dan, we ended the period 16-3 shots-wise. We're now 23-6, so a 50% shot advantage, or excuse me, a 50% shot total for Maryville is good, even though it's only 6 shots. But you know that they're going to try to find a way to at least get some quality rubber on Stevens.
Well, they changed the face-off location back to the Ice Bears zone now.
May have gone off an Ice Bear.
Yeah, it did.
So with 10:29 to go, it's Schumacher in his own zone. As the Ice Bears look for a breakout, and they get that breakout.
And here he comes again. Here's Ruben, tries to center through, and a deflection that goes right into the midsection of Romero. Good effort that time off the redirect coming from Sullenbach. And the puck comes back out to the blue line. Here's Maryville trying to work it back the other way.
Trying to get into the area is Solon Shafara, and Shafara gets taken out of the play. Puck is held in nicely by Vigors. He gets checked to the board's far side. Stolen away, Ruben with it, now taken by Missouri State, and Matt Simmons, or take that back. That was
Ruben.
Spencer Sollenbach.
Yeah, well, it was Ruben with the shot. Sollenbach tried to get in for the rebound, couldn't get there in time as it went up high off of the stick, or off of the blocker actually, of Romero. Now the Ice Bears will have it back with Anderson right at their center red line. Now he'll shovel it into the zone, and coming in is Bell. Bell works in front, gets tripped up along the way. The collision sends him sprawling, and the puck back to Maryville, but they can't control as Anderson will take it back in the neutral zone. now tries to feed it down into the slot. Nothing there but big red jerseys for Maryville, and the puck slides back the other direction.
Puck across the line as the Ice Bears clear the puck, and I don't know if that was too many men on the ice.
It was pretty close to it, but they let him go. And it comes back. Here's Anderson with a drag and a shot. Oh, nice toe drag to get around the defender, but Romero, equal to the challenge, gets the blocker out in front of it. Here's Carson Warning at the top of the slot. He'll send one toward the goal, but it's a little wide to the right, and it comes back out to Maryville. They've got a 2-on-2.
They get it across the line. Down working it is Berkmeyer. Intercepted, though, by Anderson, and it's cleared out to center ice. Line change for the Saints. Maryville across the line. Henson, and getting hit right up the middle. Anderson puts a hit on Gavalko, and he's going to get a penalty for it.
Well, no, this is actually for the hit that happened behind that play, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, there was another hit that happened almost simultaneously.
Anderson's going.
Well, he is. Okay, I thought maybe they were going to call the other one.
No, they're going to call it interference.
I'll be darned. I thought they were going to call the second hit that came in behind.
No, and because immediately after that hit, the official raised his arm. I'll see if we have it, we'll take a look at it here. And that's after it happened, so we'll have to back it up just a tad and see if we can get a look at this.
And this is only the first power play opportunity for Maryville. Let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, still have to go back a little bit farther.
Yeah.
And we'll catch it on the next stoppage and play.
Penalty number 11, Brennan Anderson.
So the penalty to Anderson and a power play opportunity for Maryville. But they lose control at center ice. The Ice Bears try to tip it forward. Puck is loose. Finally picked up on the stick of Trevor Henson, and Henson will try to get things steered back in the right direction. Now a tip into the zone as a quick line change for Maryville.
7:58 to go in the period. Puck is taken away and cleared and sent all the way down.
Of course, no icing right now as it is a power play opportunity for the Maryville Saints. Both teams go for a quick change. They'll set it up, 1:12 left in the period. And here comes Gregory. Oh, and offside on the other side this time is Shafara. They'll have to work on that a little bit.
First power play for the Maryville Saints, and they still have 1:08 to go in their first of their inaugural season here for the 2018-19 campaign. Face-off is just outside the Missouri State zone. Saints will have control, and they'll work it across the line. Swing it all the way around and try to get something going. Matt Simoncelli, he's there, but it's taken away by Missouri State. Nikita Solnikov, lead pass.
And they'll get it to Cooley, and Cooley tries to give back to Solnikov, a little hopper that goes right over the stick of Nikita, and it comes back behind the goal, and they'll scrum for it there. 1-on-3, and Nikita wins it. And they'll get it back, but his pass is too far past the blue line, and Schumacher's going to have to retreat.
Sent all the way down into the Missouri State zone. Short line change for the Ice Bears. Puck is flipped all the way down. This should not be an icing.
Yeah, we're still in the penalty for another 24 seconds, so no icing there. Cooley gets tripped up behind the goal as he tried to hop over a stick and didn't quite clear the distance. Maryville with 15 seconds left to work on the power play.
They get it across, but it quickly is cleared by Warnig.
Still some time if they hurry, 8 seconds left. But they're going to take their time and get some line changes going. Now they'll work it up ice. And it's taken away by Bratton, and a quick whistle. So now what? Really? They're going to get Berkemeyer.
Are they going to, for coming out of the box too quick?
I'm not sure.
No.
I'm not sure what the call is. Whatever it was, they're waving it off, and we're going to. Well, I think we just got an inadvertent whistle for something there, and they cleared the air and decided to go back to work at center ice. No penalty. And the Ice Bears win the draw, and they'll go back to work here with a 5-on-5 skate. Dump it into the left zone. Zane O'Brien can't get there before Gregory does for Maryville. Out front, a loose puck and a nice backhanded try by O'Brien, but a good save by Romero. 26-6, the shots on goal showing on the scoreboard right now. 7-0 is your advantage for the Missouri State University Ice Bears with 6:15 left here in the second period. Quick moving game, only a couple of penalties called in this contest. And the Ice Bears win the draw. Here's Barrett, backhander trying to center it through, and it goes off the stick of Brown.
Chasing it all the way down for Missouri State is Derek Smith. Gets it out of harm's way to Chris Brown, and we come across the line.
Here's Barrett with some room on the right wing. Maryville back quickly on defense, clogs up the lanes, tipped the pass away. Here's Derek Smith with a drive, and this one deflected up off of the stick of Romero and into the netting to stop play.
Dan, you know, I think the fact that Smith had so much room kind of worked against him. He tried to move the goaltender, and he had so much room to shoot that when he went to shoot back in front, he missed it completely, and the goaltender was there. I think if he would have just got the puck and shot immediately, he might have had a better opportunity to get an even more quality shot on net. But nevertheless, it's still a save by the goaltender Romero.
And the Ice Bears get it off the draw. Here's Alex Rubens with a shot, and this one deflected by the defense, and it comes the other way.
3-on-3 into the zone. Now working it down in low is Starvu. He'll get it to the far side. Now carry the puck himself. It comes to the right dot and is still held in. Whoa, what do we have here? That was not off. Oh, play with the high stick.
Okay,
it was play with the high stick.
All right.
Because that was not offside.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Jason Carrera immediately called it a high stick. Face-off will come outside the zone.
Yeah, and that I can see. 27-6 shots on goal in favor of the Ice Bears. I'm Dan Lee along with Steve Casson. Glad you could join us tonight on West Sports Radio. Once again, we apologize for our technical issues. I believe we got them all straightened out.
They should be all cleared up now.
Alex Som's video work will not go to waste tonight. Doing a great job for us.
We can control the video work, but we cannot control the internet.
That's true.
Make that 5:14 to go in the period. Puck is shot in by Henson, sails wide. Left side, it's out to center. Saunders to chase, but stepping in front of him is Mudra. And fed ahead. Now to Cole Mudra. Off of his stick, taken away by Missouri State. Line change, and the Ice Bears catching the Saints in a line change.
Rubin with a drop pass. They tried to give it back to him. Nobody there. It comes through the middle of the slot and taken away by Maryville's Simoncelli. Matt lost it. Here's Turin with a backhander. His shot is knocked down by Simoncelli. Now it comes back out to the corner. Ice Bears trying to get it back. Can't do it. Here's Hunter. Hunter Henson.
Trevor, that is.
Or Trevor Henson, yeah.
He'll send it down in low. Waiting for it for Missouri State. Trying to dig it out is Turin. Over to Bell. And Bell, amidst getting chopped at, it's cleared on a backhander out to center ice.
Kevin Gregory gets there first, turns it around at the blue line, and heads up towards center ice. Now banks a pass off the boards for Golovko, and he can't get to it. Schumacher takes it away for the Ice Bears. Out to center ice, left side Turin. He's got Bell trying to break free. Turin's pass, though, is knocked down. Nice defensive play that time by Maryville. And the Ice Bears will have to start again. They'll take it out at center ice, try to tip it back into Bell. Bell has it on his stick, gets tripped up as he heads in toward the goal. No call that I can see, and it comes back behind the goal. Ice Bears will try to wrangle it away from the defense there. Working hard is Hunter Figgins to try to keep it back for Maryville, but it comes out to the point. Anderson for the Ice Bears gives to Kovacic. His drive is on the pad of Romero, and it comes back outside, and away comes Maryville's Picciano.
He'll have it right side, drive in, and a save by Stevens. Oh, good play to steal the puck. He shoots, and a save by Stevens once again. Picciano is able to do double duty there, not only steal the puck, but get possession of it a second time and get a second shot, and Stevens comes up big.
Ice Bears put 3-on-2 on the ice, and they finally get it up toward the slot, but it's tipped away nicely by the defense. Now on the other side, they get the puck to Kovacic. His drive is knocked down by Figgins. Hunter will go after him. He can't get to it. Kovacic gets it back. Works out from behind the zone. Looks to the top of the slot. Anderson will launch it. This one flies up and over and goes back into the corner on the far side. Working hard is Chris Brown. Brown looks ahead. They try to center in front. Knocked down again defensively, this time by Songstad, and Andrew couldn't get a full stick on it to keep possession. It comes back out to Brown. Now tipped away and a little bit too far ahead of Spencer Turner, or it might have been a nice break for him. It comes back to the Ice Bears, however. Barrett's pass is off the mark, outside the zone. 2.5 left here in the second period. 7-0 Ice Bears. Here's Bratton with the puck. Right down the middle, 1-on-3, tries the toe drag around the left side, but he's thwarted by Hunter Figgins, and it comes back out to the blue line. Now Barrett tries to center pass. This one knocked aside nicely by Berkemeyer. Back behind the goal it comes. Gregory is there. He'll flip it skyward as the Maryville skates are just dead tired. This is going to be an icing call, but I'll tell you what, they needed some rest.
They really did, and they can't get off the ice, but they do get the rest. 1:58 to go in the period. Second period intermission. It'll be a talk with assistant coach, goalie coach, and he also scouts for the club, Jeff Crenshaw. If the name sounds familiar to Missouri State fans, yeah, he used to coach here also. So he's doing the same thing a little bit closer in St. Louis now with the Maryville Saints.
I can't remember, is this the first time we've actually interviewed a trader?
Possibly. Well, unless you count Casey Kichelinski, but I wouldn't count him a traitor, though.
No, I'm just kidding. We miss him, we do. It'll be good to talk to him again. 1:46 left to go here in the second period. And we'll face this one off in the Ice Bear zone.
Yeah, icing will bring it back in the Missouri State end of the ice to the right of Bailey Stevens.
No, I do wish Crenshaw all the luck in the world, man. He's got a good career ahead of him, and it's good to see him move up the ladder a little bit.
And he told me that he no longer works for Total Hockey, which is now Pure Hockey or whatever it is. He works for a cable company. Cable as in audio cable, video cable, and I said, can you send me some samples? And he said he will. So we got to, you know, they say keep your enemies closer.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Got to do that.
There you go. Ice Bears back on the attack now as Cooley tries to go back to where that one, Cooley, that was Derek Smith. He lost the puck. And Maryville will come back the other direction.
Henson will lead the charge, get it into the zone, but Missouri State, who is playing a little complacent right now, they have a 7-0 lead. And fans, and I'm going to have to find out at the period intermission, how do fans get their Andes custard?
Yeah, they absolutely qualify for a free custard tomorrow.
Buxton all the way down. It'll be in the Missouri State zone. Mudra is there out of Pikes Peak Miners. Played for them last year. The freshman has it go off of his stick, and it's all the way down. Back into the Maryville zone. 47 seconds left. Saints with a line change. and Murda off the ice. Now here's Solnikov. Back in his own zone. Gets it to Chris Brown.
Oh, Brown's pass was right there for Cooley, but it hopped over his stick, and that'll be an icing call. So Ice Bear is unable to change. We'll go back to the other end. 34, almost 35 ticks left on the second period clock. Yeah, all the claw marks on the Andes boards tonight. Maybe Alice will get a shot of that here when he gets a fan.
34.9 seconds to go. Stevens, to the right of him, won this time by Maryville. Shot comes in, and it is broken up by Brown, getting help by Maddie. And now out to center ice. Maddie tried to stick it around Gregory, and now the Missouri State Bears will gain control. And I thought they had too many men on the ice, but officials say no.
Yeah, but they do get flagged for a delayed offside, and that'll give it back to Maryville.
Schumacher will bring it back in his own zone, and that'll do it for the second period. 2 goals in that period. Alex Rubin gets his second of the season. Matt Maddie gets his second of the season, and it is a 7-0 lead. Rubin, his goal comes at 4:46. This is one after the first shot was taken. The rebound comes through, and then trying to clear the puck and knocking it into his own net was Mudra, and Missouri State then at that point has a 6-0 lead. Matt Maddie with his second at 8:15, make that 8:13. Right on the doorstep there, and Missouri State will have, going into the intermission, a 7-0 advantage.
Well, I don't know what the story was going off the ice there, but Simon Selly had a couple of very animated words with one of the officials, and eventually his teammates had to come over and kind of guide him into the locker room and say, hey, we don't need to be arguing about this right now, but something got Simon Selly upset. We'll see how he reacts when they come back out on the third period. But as you say, it's 7-0 right now as we get ready for an interview with one of our favorite people.
Yeah, don't forget our next WSR broadcast will be tomorrow. We'll have it. Missouri State, Maryville University, 7 o'clock. We hope that you'll tune in for that. But as you mentioned, Dan, coming up in the second period intermission, it will be an interview with Jeff Crenshaw, now the assistant coach and goalie coach with the Maryville Saints. Quickly, shots on goal in the third period, the second period that is. Bailey Stevens faces 5, 2-period total of 8, and Romero faces 11, 2-period total of 27. No power plays in that period. No, one power play. It was to the Saints. So both teams are 0 for 1 with the man advantage. We will be back, and when we come back out of the break, a talk with Jeff Crenshaw. We'll do that in a moment. It's 7-0 Missouri State after 40 minutes of play.
We all love the fajitas. Their margaritas get the crown. Don't forget the quesadillas. It's the best Mexican food in town.
Now your favorite Mexican restaurant is open on Sunday. Yes, Maria's Downtown is open on Sunday. So bring your family and friends and enjoy Mexico with us 7 days a week.
Hold on to your salsa and your chips.
Maria's on South Avenue in downtown Springfield.
We're back at MediaCom iSpark. Steve Casson, Dan Lee, along now with the goaltending coach of Maryville University and Jeff Crenshaw. Jeff, you're back here. It's kind of a reunion in a sense. You stayed here at Missouri State, and you did a lot of traveling from St. Louis all the way back here for games, and you decided to get a gig much closer to home, didn't you?
Yeah, it's about 10 minutes from my house, and my office is real close, so it worked out pretty well.
Of course, I know you've said all the trade secrets and everything that has to be said about Missouri State to head coach John Hogan. There's probably not much to tell, but, what's it like, obviously, coming back for the first time in a while, and now you're kind of in the same but a more important role? And I say important because this is a brand new team, so literally you guys are forming the core nucleus of this hockey club for years to come.
Well, first of all, it's extremely strange walking in here on the visitor side of the bench. I got some goosebumps when I walked in here for the first time in a while, but I'm really excited about this weekend. And as far as forming the team, we're kind of doing it. We got a late start announcing the program in February, but ever since then we've been hitting the ground running, and we recruited 21 kids that are real strong, and hopefully at the end of their college career they'll be a good hockey player, a good student, and a better man. So we're really excited with the kids that we have.
And that's another thing too. You have a short player bench in a sense, 21 players. That's it with your 3 goalies. So obviously you're still looking. You're still probably looking for players and guys that can fit within your squad. But how does it feel to be able to at least field a hockey team? Sometimes it's so tough for a brand new program. Nobody really wants to take a chance on it, and it sounds like these 21 players decided, especially since it's so close to St. Louis, to go ahead and take that chance.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, honestly, we don't have too many St. Louis kids. We have a lot of Canadian kids and kids from all over the country, and we have a kid from the Ukraine as well. So John and I did a real good job of recruiting, and I think that with the support that the university is giving us, I think that it's going to allow us to build this program in the right way and, hopefully contend for some national championships.
Yeah, you mentioned, in fact, 5 from Ontario, Canada, 15 from the U.S., and your one Ukrainian player, Sasha, and I'm probably going to say this wrong, but Glovoko?
Close enough.
Okay. How is it, though? How does he pronounce it?
I think it's Golvoko, I believe.
Okay. A little close.
Something like that.
But, from Kiev, Ukraine, played with the Syracuse Junior Stars of the USPHL. When you go out and you try to recruit, what's your sales pitch? How do you tell someone, hey, come to a brand new squad?
Well, the great thing about Maryville is it's a small school, so you get a great education. It's a very high-tech campus, so you're learning all the newest fields and technology and Our academics are outstanding. So if you want a small school feel, you get a great education and play some awesome hockey, Maryville's the spot for you. We're trying to do things the right way, and myself coming from Missouri State and John coming from Arizona, we have great background of kind of how we were brought up in this league, and we're trying to bring that nature and feelings to Maryville.
And that's got to be a plus, obviously, as we talked to John in the first period intermission about the fact that, you know, he does come from an ACHA Division I squad, so there's that mentality there. And obviously, you haven't even played your first game yet, or you're in the middle of it right now. You know, you don't want to start talking about jumping up a division or something like that. But the nucleus is there. It's ready, at least coaching staff-wise. You guys have gone through that, and now you're ready to go. If you find out after a year or two that, hey, maybe the recruitment that we have, we can do that. I don't know if that's a thought or if it's just, hey, status quo, let's figure out what we got, what we have right now and what we can do.
I mean, we're trying to, obviously, with being a first-year team, we're ineligible for nationals or regionals this year. So the goal is to, you know, be in the top 5 ranking-wise this season. Next season, hopefully not have to go to regionals, but get an auto bid to nationals, and you know, hopefully do some damage there and see what happens. The better we do, and the more you know, our program grows, we'll see what happens.
Obviously, thinking high already, so that's a good mentality to have. When you start looking at goaltenders, what's the first thing that you look at, especially your junior goaltender from Ontario?
Well, my big thing on goaltending is skating. Goalies have to be the best skaters on the ice. You're going up, down, side to side, you know, back of the net, front of the net, playing the puck. So if you can't skate, you're not going to have much success at this level. So that's one thing that I really kind of harp on and focus on. Other than that, just rebound control. You know, just being an aggressive goalie, being a good skater, and being somebody with confidence in the net.
Big difference from years ago, because that's what they would do, is they would throw the goaltender in the net because he couldn't skate that well. And now it's a completely different story. And I know that they're trying to get away from goaltenders handling the puck, but honestly, if you can have a goaltender that can actually handle the puck, maybe with a breakout or something like that, you're going to like that goaltender a little bit better.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at the NHL last year, Pecorine and Connor Hellebuck are probably the 2 best goalies playing the puck, and they went far because they could break out of their defensive zone and go the other way, and that alleviates a lot of pressure on their defensemen, and they get a lot more ozone time. So yeah, I think I stress playing the puck to my goalies whenever they're not in the net during practice. They're working on it, they're passing to each other, hitting different spots, and stick handling. So that's crucial as far as my curriculum goes.
Jeff Crenshaw, assistant coach, goaltending coach also of the Maryville University Saints. Okay, I'm going to throw you on the spot here. Which player on your team are you most proud of recruiting?
Oh man, obviously my goalies. I can't not say them. But yeah, all 3 of my goalies I'm very proud of, and I think they'll have great careers at Maryville.
So we'll leave it at that. Just to go with the goalie core, you got to stick with them, right?
I mean, I'm a goalie union strong. So yeah, I mean, other than that, we got a CBC kid, Joey Goggin, who I obviously. You know, he's a CBC kid, so we got to stick together as well. But I mean, all of our kids are great. We'll have some surprises that I don't think a lot of other teams are going to harp on. Some kids that maybe didn't have junior experience, but could definitely be playing in the NAHL and so on. They just chose to, you know, go to school right away. And a lot of our Ontario kids are good kids that I think are going to surprise a lot of people.
Jeff Crenshaw, assistant coach, goalie coach of Maryville University. Okay, when's the last time you've been on the ice? Not counting practices, but when's the last time you've actually played in maybe a pickup game?
Oh, man, I played, I guess when I was still at Total Hockey, we had a team, I guess, a men's league team that I played in, so it's probably the last time I put the pads on. Wasn't great.
Do you miss it?
I do miss playing a lot. I mean, it's great that I can still coach and be involved in the game, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing like, you know, getting in between the pipes with an important game and playing for something that matters. That's something that you know, I definitely probably took for granted when I was playing, and I hope I can instill that in my kids, my goalies, that, you know, once it's over, and men's league isn't the same as playing a game anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what's renewed my vigor is the fact that I have Jake Allen's goalie pants.
I saw you got some of those.
And his goalie pads. So, my thing is, Jake, just be hot this year.
Yep.
Just be awesome this year so I can proudly show off your old equipment, But hopefully he'll do that this year, and then I can continue. I'm gonna wear it regardless.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I mean, it's really bad when someone stinks up the ice and you've got his equipment, and so I'm not saying Jake's done that. He hasn't, but I'm just saying be that top number one goalie for me this year, and I'll be a happy camper.
They should have he should have a better season this year. He has a lot more, I guess, better forwards that are hopefully going to take a lot of the defensive pressure off of him. So, if he gives up a goal or two, it's not the end of the season. Or last year he gave up a goal or two, and that was pretty much it. So, baseball terminology, but it's nice for goalies to have run support and have confidence in the net where they are not scared to make mistakes.
It is tough, and I don't remember his name, but there's a guy in the major leagues that his record, I think he's 8-8, but he has the best earned run average, and they're wondering why is he up for vote for Cy Young, and it's like, well, he's great. He's a great pitcher.
Yeah.
It's just his team can't hit.
Yep.
So
yeah, I mean, team sports like hockey and baseball, I mean, it's very much a team sport where one position relies on the else, and stats can certainly dictate that.
Jeff Crenshaw joining us here, the goaltender coach, and I guess you're kind of an assistant coach and scout. You're kind of a threefold guy for this hockey club.
Yeah, I do. Like I said, I got started in April with John, and we hit the ground running, recruiting as many kids as quickly as we could. So yeah, I've been working on that, and like you said, I got the goalies kind of in my pocket as well, and I'm trying to take some of the things we did here in Springfield as far as game day wise. So yeah, I've been busy with Maryville, so it's good to see.
Well, Jeff, as I said to John in the first period, I wish you guys good luck, except for this weekend.
Well, yeah, I think we'll have a good season, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but let's go Saints. I hope the Bears lose.
Yeah, you never thought that you would say that, did you?
I still, it's very strange being in here, and I got goosebumps, and I'm very excited for this one. So.
And obviously, the game can't end in a tie.
No,
so
no. I hope it's a 1-0 win for the Saints, and our goalie gets a shutout. So.
Oh, you're putting a lot of pressure on a lot of people right now. That's for sure.
The game hasn't started yet, so we're all good.
All right. Well, at least when we're talking to you, but right now we're in the middle of the second period,
yep.
So we'll see what happens come the final 20 minutes.
Absolutely.
Jeff, thanks for joining us. Jeff Crenshaw, the assistant coach, goalie coach, and all-around guy for the Maryville Saints, joining us here. Jeff, thanks so much.
Thanks, Steve.
We'll take a break. Be back. More hockey coming up in a moment. Evers is trying to make that. Bratton is racing. Bratton has it in front. Shot, score! Patrick Johansson. That is Patrick Johansson's first goal with Missouri State. Puck across the line now as it goes to Bell. He shoots, he scores! Second goal of the game for Josh Bell, his 6th of the season, and Missouri State has tied this game up at 5-5. Left point Anderson calling for it is Brown, right side. Brown with it, tipped in front by McClue, just missing. Ice Bears work the power play for 126. Now sending it to Brown, that is from McClue, tipped in front, score! Brendan McClue gets the goal.
KBFL Springfield, 1060 AM, K245CA Springfield, 96.9 megahertz.
We're back at Mediacom Ice Park. Steve Casson, Dan Lee, Alex Somm on KBFL and on Web Sports Radio. Just to start period 3 here in a moment, and the teams have not made their way out onto the ice just yet. The officials have, and the officials for today's game. Terry Farrar is the referee, Patrick Simmons and Jason Carrera. And because this is not a Division I game, there is not 4 officials. A Division I game fields 4 officials. A Division I and a Division II squad.
Nope, it's as loud as ever.
Yeah. A Division I and a Division II squad that play each other will garner just the 3 officials, and that's what we have today.
Well, I'm kind of surprised Bailey Stevens is back out there in the crease. I thought we might see some other goaltending action tonight, but...
Well, chances are tomorrow we will see all 3 goalies, or maybe just 2 goaltenders, since Stevens played all today. That's the last I heard from head coach Jeremy Law.
Well, at the moment, he's only had to face 8 shots, so he really hasn't gotten a whole lot of a workout out there.
And I think that's why they left him in.
Yeah. In the meantime, 27 shots levied on the Maryville Saints goaltender, Aaron Maryville. 7 of them have found the mark.
There's the look at the Andy signs with the claws through it and free. And I forgot to ask just exactly what's going to happen on that. But meanwhile, for the third period, Missouri State skating from the left to the right, and from the right to the left, it'll be the Maryville Saints, and the Saints have possession in their own zone. Dropping back is Gregory, stolen by Missouri State. Saunders, and it's going to be played with a high stick.
I know what it means. It means free treats for people.
No, what I meant was I don't know how they're going to give free treats away. And you talk, Dan. I'm going to ask somebody.
Okay, we're going to find out exactly what's going on with that. In the meantime, the Ice Bears will have to go back down just outside their own blue line to face this one off. And the draw is won by Hunter Saunders, excuse me, and the puck comes away to the Ice Bears, and they'll chase it down in the zone.
It'll be worked down by Rubin. He has 2 goals in today's game. Missouri State has a 7-0 lead. Gregory will intercept for the Saints, and they can't get it out. As Rubin steals, he shoots. Oh, what a save! Huge save there by Romero as Rubin stole the puck, and he had to come up big. Otherwise, Missouri State would have put 8 on the board.
Oh, that was the save of the night. Yeah, good work there from Aaron Romero to stick that toe out at the last second and pin it right to the pipe, so there was no room to sneak that one through.
In fact, that was so fast we couldn't get a good camera angle on that one.
Maryville wins the draw. They'll try to get it to Berkmeyer, but he can't find it behind himself, and it comes the other direction. Ice Bears on the attack. Here's Saunders.
With 19:16 to go in the period, Dan, I found out how you can get a free Andes. I'll tell you in a second. Meanwhile, Carroll comes in for Maryville. He's going to work the puck, and now as we get a frozen puck. So do you have a stamp on your hand?
No, I don't.
Well, the only way you can get a free Andes is if you have a stamp on your hand after being admitted. You show the stamp. That means if you're, you can tonight or tomorrow. So that means do not wash your hands if you don't get it tonight.
Okay. So they won't take the press pass, huh?
No, that doesn't work as a shot comes in for the right side by Johansson, and it's held on to by Romero. No, I've tried that. I walked up and said, you know who I am? And they said, I don't care. Just get out of here. You're a vagrant.
By the way, if you're listening out in the lobby, the beer hall is officially closed now, as it will be in the third period from now on.
Second, the puck drops in the third period. No more. Puck is cleared out to center ice, though, and it's a 2-on-2 for the Saints.
And they tried to work it in, and they did work it in, and Bailey had to be Johnny on the spot to stop that effort as they slid it through everybody's legs and got a short shot attempt, but a good save by Bailey Stevens. Here's Josh Bell the other way.
He's going to work a 2-on-2 now. Bell, he shoots. It's deflected into the corner. Good play by Carroll to get it wide. Now Carroll tries to dig it out, but the Ice Bears have it. Stolen, taken by Kovacic. Tried to pass behind him and gets it to Turin. Now Turin will send it down in low. Over to Bell. They cycle the puck. Finally getting on him is Henson in the left face-off dot. Referee gets out of the way. Still with it at the half circle, and it is sent over to Johansson right side. Now gets it to Schumacher, tipped in front and missing it, and falling down at a odd angle is Turin, and he limps but still stays on the ice. Drop stick, picked up by Carroll, in front to Turin, he shoots, he scores! And that was developed. That one was developed because Carroll dropped his stick. Had he not done that, he would have been in good defensive position, but Turin picks it up, and Missouri State now with a 8-0 lead.
Yeah, and that happened so quickly. The defense for Maryville had pretty much left the scene of the crime, and Turin has so much time just to take the puck, turn around, make a little head deke, pick the corner he wanted. Really not much Romero could do about it. So it's 8-0 Ice Bears, and here they come again. Here's O'Brien working through the middle. Barrett has it hop over his blade, and it comes back to O'Brien. He'll try to get it to Barrett one more time. Travis lost it off the glove. Golovko picks it up for Maryville. Lost it. There's a shot that goes just wide to left off of O'Brien's stick. He gets it back. Now sends one off the side of the net.
Assisted by number
taken back by the Ice
Brian
Bears.
Schumacher and number 58, Patrick Johansson.
Schumacher and Johansson with the assist.
That's the both defensive core that gets assists on that. Turin with the goal, his first of the season. Now O'Brien behind the net, 17-10 to go in the period. Puck cross ice now goes to the near side. Banked off the boards, and it is out to center ice, where it'll be regrouped by Missouri State and taken by Derek Smith. He'll have it left side. Smith, he shoots, he scores!
Oh, what a rush by Smith.
Derek Smith with his first goal for Missouri State. And it is a 9-0 advantage for the Ice Bears.
Wow, you want to talk about some stick work here. Watch this replay if you're watching on websportsradio.com.
Smith rolls into the zone, gets around the defenseman, and pops it up over the goaltender. And you have to say, though, I think Romero was looking for the puck going down. And actually, no. New goaltender in.
27, Derek Smith.
And stand-up is now the goaltender. And he's getting pressured heavily.
For the Ice Bears, Derek Smith, unassisted. Time of the goal, 3:05 of the third period.
Stahlcup, excuse me, not stand-up, Stahlcup. Stahlcup is a stand-up style goaltender.
Well, what I was going to say about Romero is I think he was looking for the shot to go down, and it was just rooped over his shoulder. But, yeah, as you mentioned, Dan, as I mentioned briefly, too, before Tim Greasy told us who scored, Scott Stahlcup is in now, the freshman from Aurora, Colorado.
And he's immediately under attack as the Ice Bears go back to work.
16:05 to go in the period. Here is Henson. He'll work the puck to the corner. And it is held on the line, but a delayed as the Ice Bears do clear the zone, and it's sent right back in. And Missouri State Hunter Cooley will move it in, where it is promptly sent back down to the Ice Bears' end. Line change for both teams.
Patrick Johansson picks it up, tries a long pass ahead to Cooley. Has it taken off of his stick by Turner. Maryville with the puck, but deep in their own end.
Ice Bears finish their change. Cooley with a hit. Now Henson lost it. Is able to get it out to center, and Berkemeyer to work it. Ice Bears intercept. They have too many men on the ice, but the officials don't call it. Here we go to the far side. Now a drive in by the Ice Bears is held onto by Stahlcup. That one by Spencer Sollenbach.
By the way, you know, every year we at Web Sports Radio try to introduce one more new toy to our arsenal. And we've got a new one this year, but it doesn't involve you listening on the internet. We now have a feed to the lobby here at the ice rink. So if you want to go get a treat during competition, or you have to visit the restrooms or whatever, you can still hear the action from Steve and I live out in the lobby.
Yeah, you know, I've never heard myself in the lobby before.
It's kind of weird. Oh, at the intermission? Yeah, because you had a taped broadcast?
Oh, no, I just meant during the game.
Oh, yeah, well, that would be kind of hard to do live. I heard you out there during the intermission because we had an interview played on delay, so to speak. So it is kind of weird to hear our voices out there when we're wandering around at intermission. But
who is that strange guy?
Yeah, the one with the golden voice. I'm pretty sure that's me. I think the other guy is you.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Here's Maryville with a drive, and this one off of the pad of Bailey Stevens. A good effort that time from the left point, and Cole Mudra with the attempt, but a good save by Stevens. It's still 9-0, 14-19, and here is Rubens.
Lead to Ruben. He's looking for three. He shoots, and a good play by Fegans to get it deflected up over the net, but the Ice Bears with it again, and fanning on the shot was Torin. And falling on the puck was Gregory. The Ice Bears steal it. Bell, he scores!
Oh, and that is so unfortunate.
So the Ice Bears go into double digits now. It's 10-0 Missouri State.
And I feel so bad for Maryville's Kevin Gregory there. He fell down inadvertently on the puck, tried to do the right thing, did not want to get whistled for covering up and delaying the game. So he came up off of the puck, but he had nobody there from his own squad to try to help him out. And the Ice Bears walk away with the puck and the goal.
Unassisted goal. Time of the goal, 6:01.
So that is Bell's first of the season.
Yeah, and by the time Bell picked up that loose puck and came in on goal, it was one-on-one again, and the goaltender with little chance.
Here comes Bell. Down the middle, he shoots. It's partially blocked. Bell sweeps it around, and now it's finally cleared out to center ice, where it's Songstad to send it in the Missouri State zone.
Maryville puts on some token resistance, some forechecking pressure. The puck goes long down the ice, and it should be an icing call, and finally is. Boy, that's kind of a long wait on the icing call.
Shots 34-11 in favor of Missouri State. They have a 10-0 lead right now.
So anyway, just to finish up a point, when you come to the game next time, if you have to get up in the middle of the period, don't worry about it. You can just listen out on the speakers in the lobby and get what you need and come on back.
Yeah, bring yourself a little radio, too, if you want to listen inside the arena on 99.1 FM, our broadcast frequency. Hey, Dan, I wanted to make mention of something, too. We talked about changes as Bailey Stevens makes a save. I noticed you changed up your look a little bit. You look a lot younger.
That's because I am younger, young man. I have this picture of me hanging in the attic that keeps getting older as I get younger in real life.
I see.
Yeah, my name used to be Dorian. You ever see that movie, Dorian Gray? I think it works. Yeah.
May have to.
Yeah, you might have to watch that.
I was too busy doing hockey games. Here comes Bell again, shot in, save, Stahl Cup rebound. It flips up, and here's Kovacic. He'll have it for the Ice Bears, leading scorer last season for Missouri State. And we get a delayed call. It's going to go against Missouri State. It's going to be a slashing call, and it's finally touched up. And the penalty, no, they're going to call it rough. It'll be a roughing call against Kovacic.
Comes with 12:34 left in the period.
Second penalty for him, just the third penalty total for Missouri State. Second power play, though, for the Saints. And Dan, we've had one penalty per period right now.
Against the Ice Bears, yeah.
Correct.
Only 2 penalties the whole game against Maryville. It's actually been a very cleanly played hockey game. So the power play opportunity for the Saints, and they'll pin it in at the blue line as Gregory. Nice toe drag, gets around his defender, gets it off on the right wing. Here's a shot, and it's right in on goal, and a glove save, and Bailey Stevens will hang on. 35-13, shots on goal now in favor of the Ice Bears. And the face-off won by the Ice Bears, but again cannot clear the zone. Gregory with good work at the point, brings it in himself, takes the shot. Bailey didn't see it, and it hopped over his shoulder and just missed above the crossbar as it goes back behind. Here's Carson Warning. Warning takes a shot right in the corner, gives up the puck, but the Ice Bears recover. Now it's intercepted. Here's Gregory with a shot, save, rebound, scoots off into the corner, and finally it trickles out of the zone. And here's the Ice Bears. Barrett.
Yeah, he's going to rush in, and his stick gets thrown. No, that's not his stick. That is Henson's stick. Got thrown to the glass. We come the other way.
And back it comes. Maryville trying to work in. 3-on-2. Here's a shot. This one a little bit wide to the right. Comes all the way out of the zone into neutral ice. Maryville will go for a quick change. Barrett will apply pressure in the Maryville zone and manages a deflection. That'll eat up some clock.
52 seconds to go in the penalty. 11:25 remaining in the third period. A 10-0 lead for Missouri State. 2 goals for Maddie, 2 for Ruben, and 2 for Barrett, and we get an offside.
Yeah, and boy, Mudra was trying so hard to keep that toe on the line and just couldn't make it stay there. Now a little pushing and shoving at center ice between Mudra and Saunders.
Steve Casson, Dan Lee, Alex Som, spelled A-L-E-C-S-A-H-M. If you get a chance, I don't know if you put any more new videos up on your YouTube page, but one or two. Well, if you get a chance, go to YouTube, A-L-E-C-S-A-H-M. Good videos, good video work from him. In fact, I don't know if you know it or not, Alec, you may have seen it, but I kind of stole part of your intro and your outro and threw some highlights together. And, yeah, I like it when you do the work for me.
Maryville still in the zone. Now they lose control. 17 seconds left in the power play as it comes all the way back down. And Stavro will have to try to start it over again.
10:45 remaining in the third period. And really the closest they came was early on when they got a shot that Stevens had to make a save, and just here in this period on a good hard shot. But other than that, it's been relatively quiet.
Well, here's a chance as launching a rocket is Songstad, but it's deflected up and into the netting. With 10:31 left to go in regulation. 10-0 Ice Bears with the advantage over this fledgling Maryville Saints team. They come with high spirits. They come with a lot of want to, and once they get a few games under their belt to get things worked out as a team, I think you're going to hear from these guys.
5 in the first, 2 in the second, and 3 here in the third for Missouri State. Which last season, Dan, the first period was not that fun for Missouri State. They had a hard time getting going. Puck cleared out to center. Working it now is Vigors. And he gets hit hard at the red line.
We're going to get a penalty.
Yeah, it's going to be maybe an elbowing call or something. Yep, it is.
Yeah, and that came from all the way across the ice.
Actually, it's a rough. They're going to call it a rough.
Call. But that call came from all the way across the ice.
And honestly, I don't know if that was a good hit. I mean, it looked clean, but we'll take a look at it if we can. And
well, the official was saying he raised the arm up into him. He actually raised the elbow up into him.
Let's see if we can catch it here. Oh, yeah, at the end there. Okay, I'll give it to him. He did raise the arm up, and that's what his exclamation was, and that's what it'll be.
And Matt Matty will send his first stint in jail for 2 minutes.
10:54 remaining and 1:44 to go on the power play. Make that the third opportunity now for the Saints as they work it into the Missouri State zone.
Birkenmeyer tried to dump it in. It was deflected. He chases it down himself, fires behind the zone, and it is launched from behind the net by Schumacher and all the way out of the zone.
9:34 to go in the period. Ice Bears with a comfortable 10-0 lead. Dan, this marks the third straight season and 7 out of 8 seasons that Missouri State has scored the first goal at home in their first game of the season.
Wow, you did some homework, didn't you?
Either that or it was just a really good guess.
Here's Henson with a shot. Oh, a stick save off the skinny part of the stick for Bailey that time. And it comes all the way back around the corner and out of the zone with 43 seconds left in the power play for Maryville.
Gregory to set it up. Broken up by Bell, though. Vigors tips it in.
Gets as far as the blue line and just inside. Now they'll fight for it along the near half board. Taken away and taken back behind the goal by Karinji. And it comes back out the other side. Top of the slot, Karinji with a shot. This one is knocked down. It goes to Gregory deep in the corner. 20 seconds left on the power play. Here's Henson at the left point. Back to Gregory on the wing. He'll take the shot. Knocked down. Good defensive work by Carson Warnick. And that should do it for the power play. Well, maybe one more rush.
Well, 8 seconds to go. Missouri State with a line change, and I think Maryville just content to at least have possession of the puck as they move it up the ice. Power play is over.
And stepping out of the box to make the defensive play and take the puck back is Maddie.
He'll give it now as they move into the corner. Return pass to Maddie. Left side drive up over the net as Barrett is on. The Ice Bears in the midst of a line change, so Maddie stayed on. Bratton is there. Barrett now with it. Sends it down in low. They give it to Chris Brown. Now to Barrett in front. And it is Maddie getting knocked down. We're going to get a penalty against Maryville. Comes right in front. Drive save. Rebound. It's covered up. And a penalty against Maryville.
And hopefully Maddie will not retaliate here. Just get up and get away. There you go, Maddie.
And really the only guy that would do something like that, I'm going to wait to see if he gets called or not. No, it's not. Okay, so ignore my next statement, but I was going to say, because Henson was involved, and I thought maybe he'd be the only guy that would want to do something, but no, it's Starvo that's going to go. So it's power play number 2 for Missouri State. I mentioned the power play numbers. They were 20.6% last season. On the penalty kill, Missouri State was only 79.3% on the penalty kill, which was not that good last season. Here's Johansson. Down in low. Broken up by Carroll, who's really been working hard today. Carroll is able to clear it. And he's going to race down for the puck, too.
Yep, no quitting these Maryville Saints. Ice Bears will finally take the puck back. Johansson, cross ice. Here's Barrett.
Beeline now on Foley. Barrett looking in front to O'Brien, but instead will take it all the way around the net. He'll look to Johansson for some help. Now in front to O'Brien. Cross ice to Barrett. Now left dot. Top of it to the right side. Bratton with a drive, missed wide. Back over to Barrett. Chasing it is Songstad. Can't get it for Maryville. Now nice move there in front to break it up with Songstad. Ice Bears will have it again. 6:38 to go. Power play has 1 minute. Near side boards. Johansson cross ice. It'll go to Schumacher. Back to Johansson right side. Now to the left side. A drive in by Bratton. And it's held on to by Stalkup. And now we're going to get...
No.
We've got to get some penalties. There was a cross-check in there somewhere.
Yeah, Barrett threw a big cross-check right out in front of the officials. He'll go.
And I really don't know what O'Brien is arguing. I guess he's trying to figure out if it's just 2, which it is. And Barrett starts laughing at the official, saying like, well, you got me.
Yeah, all the world kind of saw that one there, Travis.
So it'll be a 2-man... no, it won't. It will be a 4-on-4 for 50 seconds. And then after that, it'll be power play number 4 for the Saints, as we still have 50 seconds remaining in the penalty to Anthony Starvo out of Pickering, Ontario, Canada. One of 5 players from Canada, from Ontario, in fact.
Ice Bears penalty number 12.
So here out in front, score for Maryville. As off of the faceoff, they work it up to Matt Simoncelli, and he breaks the goose egg and gets Maryville their first goal in existence.
And it is a 4-on-4 goal. And they do get on the scoreboard. As you mentioned, Dan, it was right off the faceoff.
Yeah, he was just kind of waiting to see what happened out there, and they got him a perfect pass to work with, picked his corner.
Nobody picked him up the middle. And we'll catch the call from Tim Greasy.
Maryville goal scored by number 19, Matt Simicelli, assisted by number 12, Damian Karingi. For Maryville, Simicelli from Karingi, time of the goal, 13:40 in the third period.
Well, see, and the cool thing about that first goal for a franchise is nobody can ever take that one away from you. You will always be the guy that scored the first goal for that hockey team. And that's kind of cool that we got to see it. Matt Simoncelli will go in the books.
The freshman from Rochester, New York, will be a trivia question.
Yep, who scored the first goal for the Maryville Saints in ACHA Division II hockey.
Well, I would say in school history because, you never know. 3 or 4 years from now, they might be a Division I team.
Yeah, that's kind of why I specified Division II. But here's Kovacic now to Bell. Bell got turned away from the crease. Still has it, still working through traffic.
And Bell gets slashed. Yep. Now they're going to call it a hook. Either way, it's a penalty. And that's Henson.
And unfortunately for Maryville, that means they are not going to be able to take advantage of a power play here in a minute. We thought they were going to get power play number 4, but that is going to prevent that.
So that means Missouri State is on power play number 3.
Ice Bears power play.
Now, this power play with 5:55 to go is just a 20-second power play. Then we go back to 4-on-4. I know it sounds confusing.
Yeah, it is.
But that's what it is. So a 20-second power play for Missouri State. They are 0 on the power play. Both teams actually are. Bell will work it around with 12 seconds. A lot of ice out there. 4-on-3. The Ice Bears are going to pull the goalie. They're going to pull the goalie, and we get a whistle.
There's another whistle coming. That's why there's another slashing call coming up.
There's a penalty. That's why they pulled the goaltender. And Vigors is going to go.
Yep. So things go from bad to worse for Maryville now after they score their first goal. Now they're making some mistakes.
So now what we have is a carryover penalty. That means Missouri State will continue to have a power play. There's 6 seconds left, but that player cannot come out of the box because of the continuing penalty. So Missouri State will have that power play. So with 3 seconds to go, it will still roll over. Now we have another power play. This is number 4. And they continue to have an advantage with a 4-on-3. They work it up high. Get it over to the left side. Now Anderson again to Bell. Bell left side. Bell looks down in low, and it was stolen by Carroll and able to be held on to by Stallcup.
And then also, don't forget, in another 51 seconds, the Ice Bears will have a 2-man advantage for a short bit.
Yeah, with 51 seconds remaining in the penalty to Barrett, and that'll be good. Missouri State will get Barrett on the ice, and they'll be able to work that power play. 5:16 to go in the third period.
Boy, there is a lot of ice out there right now.
There really is. Well, because of that penalty carrying over, nobody could get out of the box. Now here comes Johansson. He gets it open and right back to Turin off of his skate. Ice Bears trying to get Stallcup moving. Left side, Turin shoots, and it's blocked in front but cleared.
33 seconds left in the penalty to Barrett, which will up the ante for the Ice Bears offense and give them a 2-man advantage if nothing else happens between now and then. Here's Turin back the other way.
They'll carry it across the line, looking for Johansson. Right side, Johansson now to the left side to Schumacher. Still working the puck, crisscross with Turin. Now Schumacher with 11 seconds to go. Shot in, blocked, rebound, moved to the corner. 4:32 to go in the period. In 5 seconds, Missouri State will have a 2-man advantage. Johansson, he waits. 2-man advantage, shot in, and Rubin deflects it right into Stallcup's pads. Barrett goes to the bench. Solnikov comes on the ice. Here's Johansson looking for Solnikov. He'll pick it up. Nikita played with the Springfield Express here a season ago. Now Solnikov again. He's going to work it up high. Solnikov still with it. Looks in front to Johansson. Cross ice, and Rubin had it taken away as he tried to shoot it. Now in front to Johansson, back and missing it is Rubin. Drive missing wide by Turin, and it is cleared. The advantage is over. It's now a 1-man advantage.
Henson came out of the box and got the puck back momentarily, but gave it up
to Turin. Now to Solnikov. He shoots, and a glove save right into the glove of the goaltender, Scott Stallcup out of Aurora, Colorado. He'll hold on with 9 seconds to go in what is power play number 5.
Spirited action here in the third period despite a 10-1 score in favor of Ice Bears of Missouri State University over the freshly minted Saints of Maryville University.
Our next broadcast again will be against Maryville tomorrow. We'll have it for you right here at Mediacom Ice Park. Meanwhile, puck comes right up the middle, and Stallcup has to hold on to that. 3:39 to go in the third period. Dan, I don't know if we announced it when I talked about new stuff. We have a new sound system in the ring.
Yes, and it's sounding great too.
It is phenomenal. It's not blasting on us anymore, but I think they're going to have to decide, do they want the horn or do they want the goal song? Because either way, as the puck bounces right in front of Stall Cup, I think having both of those playing at the same time does a disservice. Now we have a couple of players mincing sticks with each other. Maddie, along with Starvu, and I think there will be nothing.
Straight threes on the time clock. 3:33 left here in the third period.
Shots are 39-16 in favor of Missouri State. And off the draw, Salnikov comes to the faceoff dot to kick it away. It comes to the middle. Cooley will give it over to the corner, right back to Cooley from Brown. Now working to the corner. Ice Bears trying to move the puck. They finally get it out to center and back in their own zone.
Chris Brown avoids a hit there, gets the puck up to center ice, turned back the other direction by Berkemeyer, and it comes back to Brown. He'll look up towards center ice. Lost it off the end of his tape, but it's picked up again.
Partial change for Missouri State across the line to Brown. Now getting hit hard was Brown. Play continues. 2:50 to go. Here's a drive in, a blocker save as it came off the stick of Matt Matty. Ice Bears the line of Matty, Salnikov, and Hunter Cooley, and they've worked wonders in this game today. Now cross ice to Smith. Up the middle, he sends it down in low. Working it is Matty. Now high slot, it is to Anderson. He pokes it into the corner, gets his own pass. Anderson, left side that is. Anderson in front, and a save by Stallcup. And now we get a whistle and another penalty. And this one is going to be a hooking call against Maryville.
Well, at one time, the Ice Bears had twice as many penalties as Maryville, but that has unraveled for the Saints here in the third period, as they now have 12 minutes of penalties to 10 for the Ice Bears.
Shafara is going to go, and Missouri State will work on power play number 6. Puck is cleared out to center.
Maryville has it on the break. In on goal and sliding down to his knees and being taken out of the picture, crash into the pole in the whole 9 yards, as it looked like Vigors was going to have an opportunity, but good defensive work by Johansson. He got back there and disrupted the play and sent Vigors sprawling before he could get to the net, and then everything just crashed into the net. And we'll start it up again to the left of Bailey Stevens, who's turned away 15 of 16 shots today. Maryville wins the draw. Here's the shot from the point, knocked down, and it is loose on the front. We're going to get a tripping call against Maryville, as the Ice Bears still have it and a chance. They'll take the puck back. They'll pull the goalie. Here they come.
Goaltender out as Schumacher will come in. The Ice Bears with the extra attacker. 1:46 to go, and the puck is touched up. So it'll be a tripping call, and Missouri State will go on power play number 7. No, I take that back. No, this is still 6.
Yeah, this is still 6.
This is still 6.
And I don't think they're really going to get to set. Well, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of time there.
7 penalties, 14 minutes assessed to the Saints. 5 penalties, 10 minutes assessed to Missouri State. This one will go to Starvu.
And
Stavro.
what happened? Well, I guess we're just going to do it over again. Somebody out of position on the faceoff, so we'll try it again. 5-on-3 hockey one more time, and the Ice Bears have yet to convert a power play, and they've had this opportunity twice now.
Now the Ice Bears again with Rubin looking for 2, looking for 3. Schumacher shoots, it's blocked in front. Gregory can't clear it, and now we get a tripping call. This one will go against Missouri State, and that tripping call will be assessed to Sollenbach. Tripped his man coming right down the crease.
This with 1:29 left in regulation.
So it's still a power play for Missouri State. 7 penalties, 6 power plays for the Ice Bears.
Without a conversion, and that doesn't speak well.
No, because right now your power play percentage, which was not that good for Missouri State last season, although they did manage to get it up to 20.6% late in the season, but still, you got to take advantage.
Yeah, and they're starting off at 0 for the moment.
Well, and I think because you have a 10-1 lead that maybe you're not really worried about that, but you still have to, as if you were down 1-0.
Yeah, Karinji steals the puck away from Maryville and gets past one man. Now tried to get past the second, couldn't get it done. Nice classic hip check, delivered that time on Karinji.
1:04 to go, now 1 minute.
That was Rubin with the hit.
Henson is behind the net. Getting held off by Henson is the Ice Bears defenseman, Patrick Johansson. And finally it's cleared all the way down. This will be no icing because Missouri State has the power play.
40 seconds left in regulation.
Line change and a short one by Maryville. Now sliding in, trying to get through the legs of the defender Henson was Barrett. And he's safe at home, so face-off will...
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like.
Face-off will be in the right face-off dot with make that 32.7 seconds left, and it's still a power play for Missouri State, and it will still be a power play, barring any further penalties for the remainder of this game.
Well, no, we're going to go back to even strength.
That's true. We will. In 13 seconds, we will go back to even strength. You're right. Ice Bears again, shot in a glove save. Good save through some traffic by Stallcup, as that one came off of Chris Brown. For today's game, Chris Brown is wearing number 8, but Brown has elected to change his number. And Chris Brown will now go with number 18. Now it is a 4-on-4 for the remainder of the game. 19 seconds to go. Here's Brown. He shoots, and a big save by Stallcup, and the rebound is cleared out to center ice. 10 seconds to go, and Anderson will come back in his own zone. Just managed to clear it to the corner, but it does go out with 3 seconds. And Simon Selly will hold on to it and say, that's it. We'll do this again tomorrow. So Missouri State with a big win here at Mediacom Ice Park. Shots on goal in the third period, 8 against Stevens to make that a 3-period total of 16, and 11 on the combination of Aaron Romelli and Scott Stallcup in the third period for a 3-period total of 41. Rubin gets things started for Missouri State. Make it a 1-0 affair. This one at 8:07 of the period number 1. Then Andrew Kovacic, his first, with Turin getting the assist. It's 2-0 at 9:08, and Missouri State starts rocking and rolling. Barrett gets 2 for the Ice Bears at 17:56. Anderson with the assist, and then Barrett's second one makes it a 4-0 advantage. This one at 18:18, and Missouri State is rolling in the first period. Matt Matty scores at 19:27, his first. Cooley with the assist. It's 5-0 Missouri State, and then Rubin gets his second of the game. This one in the second period at 4:46. This one after it was inadvertently hit in by Murdra. And Missouri State now takes the advantage with a 7-0 lead. Then Maddie comes back, but before we get Maddie, we'll go ahead and talk to the man who is our player of the game, and Alex Rubin. And we'll see if we can get Alex set up so he can hear us.
No, we're having a little technical issue right now with his headphones. I don't think he can hear us at all.
No? All right, well...
All right, go ahead and wrap up the scoring there.
They're your headsets there, and once we get one set up, we'll go ahead and continue with that. But we left off with Rubin's goal, and then in the second period, Matt Matty gets a goal. Cooley and Salnikov with the assist, this at 8:13 to make it a 8-0 lead. And then it's Alex Turin getting into the scoring for Missouri State. His first, Schumacher and Johansson. at 2:05, and actually that goal makes it an 8-0 lead, and Missouri State is moving the puck and getting it into the net. Derek Smith in the third period at 3:05. This one makes it 9, and then the final goal for Missouri State is Bell's, makes it 10-0, this at 6:01. And then the final score, 10-1, but the first goal in history for Maryville University, and it is Simonelli's. 10-1 is the final score, and I believe Simon Selly, I meant. And I believe now we finally have it to where he can hear us. And Alex Rubin, and Alex, you are our player of the game. Tell me, what did it feel like out there? I know it was the first time you guys were able to get out on the ice and actually play a full game against anybody else but yourselves.
Yeah, we've only been together for about a week now, and I was pretty happy to see the guys working hard and got pucks deep, bang bodies, and stuck to the game plan. It worked out.
So you get the first goal of the game for Missouri State. How did it feel immediately to get the monkey off the back?
It was nice. I've had the monkey on the back for a while, so it was nice, but it was kind of a lucky one. I was behind the net, so just banked it off the defenseman's leg and went in. So
now, obviously lines don't matter, I guess, in your guys' eyes. You're technically the fourth line out there. The third line, Maddie, Salnikov, and Cooley just tearing it up, but now all of a sudden you get a couple of goals. It's like every line, it doesn't matter who or what position it is, it's like guys all of a sudden can score.
Yeah, we picked up a few guys this summer. You guys started this semester, so really rounded out the third and fourth line. So we really have four lines that are working hard together. And you can obviously see the chemistry in the first game. It just shows we put up 10 goals on 41 shots, so that's a goal every 4 shots. So we're not going to be upset about that. We'll just from here and just keep moving forward.
Tomorrow, probably a different game when Maryville comes out. I know that they're going to take what they learned from this game, and they may come out and become a different game. I'll bring one mention, and Dan mentioned this earlier. One team that kind of comes to mind is SIUE, where you thought maybe you'd kind of have a pushover game, and that second game was anything but. So is Missouri State ready for tomorrow's game?
Oh, no doubt. We're all going to go home and get some good rest and go over some things that went wrong and go talk in the locker room about them and come back amped up, ready to go tomorrow.
So the bottom line is the guys know that, okay, whatever happened today, a 10-1 game is not indicative of what this should be maybe tomorrow. And
that's why we play the game, Right. Anybody can win any game.
Now, Coach Law has come forward with some very lofty goals for this season. From your perspective, from the locker room perspective, and what everybody's talking about this year, are they realistic goals? Can you guys get there?
Oh, absolutely. Finishing 17 last year, it's not too much to ask for to move up 7 spots. That's what we've really based our season off of, is finishing in that top 10 and eventually making a run at the title. So, the boys are all together on it, and obviously it's within reach. Maryville's not a bad team, and we proved tonight that we got a lot of power, and I'm looking forward to taking it into some of the better teams this year.
Good way to start the season.
Coach is on record saying you guys are going to be a top 10 team, so
we're not going to let them down, don't worry.
Exactly. It's his words. It's easy for him to say, but it's going to be tough on you guys to make sure that that happens, right?
Yep, it's going to be a lot of hard work.
All right, well, congratulations on being the player of the game, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Alex Rubin from Alton, Illinois, sophomore, with now the first Player of the Game award here for 2018-19.
And a little round of applause from his fans.
From the ones that stayed around. I'll tell you what, they cleared out very quickly.
They did, didn't they? Well, it's because you had 11 goals to go over. That takes some time.
Well, yeah. It does.
Yeah, so, usually when it's a 3 or 4 goal game, they're not quite out the door that fast, but you had a lot of recapping and replays to do there tonight.
Dan, I will tell you that this Maryville Saints team kind of surprised me a little bit.
Yeah.
Honestly, my thoughts were that I thought they weren't going to hang with Missouri State. I really kind of had that thought, and that is not to say that Maryville is not a good team or John Hogan didn't put together a good team. It's to say that this is a brand new team. They have 18 freshmen, players that have not played at the ACHA Division I or Division, at any division level, even though they're in Division II. And I really thought it would be a different game. I thought we might get into the 20-goal range. And what I mean by that is that sometimes, especially now, when teams get put together and thrown together, that maybe they really don't kind of know what they need to do on the ice. That's not what happened today.
No.
This team knows what to do on the ice. They just need a few more games under their belt.
Yeah.
And I really think that Maryville can take some of the teams that they're going to play this season and really give them a run for their money. And like John Hogan said earlier, was that, or maybe it was Jeff Crenshaw, I think, said it, that they're not eligible this season for any kind of postseason play, but they sure can make everyone believe that they should be there. And
well, yeah, and I really believe that as a D2 team, they're going to be very competitive. From what I saw today, they came out here with a really solid defensive plan against these Ice Bears. They knew they were outmatched and outgunned, and they played the right defense for the situation and made this a good contest for about 10-12 minutes of that first period. Half that first period, it was still scoreless. And I love the way they came out here and worked together as a team. They've got some players on there that were giving extra effort all night, right into the last minute of action. And I think as far as the D2 world is concerned, you better watch out for these guys. Don't take them for granted.
Yeah, the one thing that I think that, and I know that they'll obviously agree, and I think that they're actively working on it, is to get a little bit deeper bench. Right now they have everybody playing, and with their lineup featuring the three goaltenders, everybody's there, they're ready to go, and there really is not a sub at this point. And Missouri State's seen what that's like. You go with 18 players and a couple of goalies, and anybody gets injured and you're down to a short bench. So hopefully that won't happen for Maryville this season, and they'll pick up a couple of extra guys and that'll want to play there. And for a brand new team, I really like what I see out of this hockey club.
Absolutely, and I think they're going to make it a little bit tougher tomorrow night too.
Our next game, it will be tomorrow night, Missouri State and Maryville, 7 o'clock. We'll have it for you right here on Web Sports Radio. We hope that you'll tune in for that. Final thoughts, Dan?
Other than the fact that it sure seems early in the season for me, but it's good to have hockey on the ice again, and we're going to have a great season this year. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to every bit of it, and we hope you'll join us here on websportsradio.com. And we do have some radio to do later on in the season as well.
Yeah, we do. We'll have all our Friday games on KBFL, so we hope you'll tune in, Dan. I'm Steve Casson for Dan Lee and for Alex Somm. Final score 10-1 Missouri State over Maryville. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears Hockey with your hosts, Steve Casson and Dan Lee. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.